Hi, me again. Cutie's doing video. I gave my cat away for you.
Rage, more rage.
You're not a marriage scammer. Like these people who have, they have children. You can you not take them to the park? Don't talk to me!
Dang, son.
Dad, if you're watching this, sue Slimer. Good for you. Griff gang. I'm not hungry. Like, that salad really filled me up. My dad's my uncle. Exactly, Teardrop. Are you serving cheeseburgers right now? I'm fat. I'm obese. I am fat. I'm not fucking gay. He's just my brother. He's my brother. You know? You think your life will be so much better struggling here with 500 kids and no money? Okay. Good luck. Hillbilly, crap, white trash people.
Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. Hopefully you good people can hear me. Hello, Walmart Foodie Scooty. She can kill my battery, but not my spirit. That's right, girl. And thank you so much for the support. Appreciate you. Hello, Sassy Mama, Missing Mimic, Barbara, Sugar Pop, Lily Mae, Niece, Tweet T, Emotional Sport Muffin, Acid Girl Art. Hello, Tina B. Claudio Robinson, good to see you. Commercial Girl, C. Morton, Tumor named Marla, Syrian Prison Bees. We need the Syrian. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. I'm going to have to write that down eventually, okay? Spicy Bean Juice, hello. Dilly. Lolly La, good to see you. Oscar's wife, Foxy Roxy. Misanthropy, good to see you, girl. Charlotte, oh, hell no. Bertha Boyle says, don't talk to me, but forgot for me. Bertha Boyle, thank you for the support. Good to see you, hun. Super Mel, Dorky Shitstain, Billy, Atomic Dawson, hello. Clarissa Explains It All, Carrie, Moon Pie, Yuli's Studio, Bama Girl, hello. Vince, Anna Peters, I Draw People and Animals, Just Deb, Count Cracula My Way. Sometimes it snows in April. I wish they would get rid of the ats. YouTube, hello. I'm trying my best to remember people. Red Stained Eyes, good to see you. Hey, girl. Hey. Jessica, hello. Fifi48. Jilly Witchy, One Stressed Mommy. Star Mixer. Is everybody prepared for the Thanksgiving holiday? Those who celebrate? Not I. Not even close. Haven't got the first thing off of my grocery list for Thanksgiving. Not the first item. Nope. Spent my entire weekend decorating for Christmas, and that was a complete shit show, okay? Things are different, all right? They're not what they used to be. I tell you what, it is true. I don't know if it's the fact that I'm getting older, which it totally could be, okay? I'm more than likely going to blame it on my age or just the fact that I'm completely fucking depleted after this weight loss surgery, so I get tired and exhausted after every little thing. Bertha Boyle says, do this again. Don't talk to me, but fight for me. Exactly. Hey, and I told you all, that's what she wanted. Why is it that Foodie thought that this was going to work this time? Because it always does. Hey, Tat Von B, good to see you, hun. Fondue, hello. It always does. And this is the thing. This is why Foodie is blaming the family for everything that is happening. And you know what? She's probably not wrong, okay? Because at the end of the day, Salah wants to secure the YouTube bag. He really does. And I think it was, especially after hearing this latest live stream, which I'm so excited for, and her admit that the dad came in the very next day after she left was very telling, at least in my opinion. But we'll get more into it. Bertha, thank you so much for the support. Anywho, we got most of our decorating done. The majority. We still got a little bit to do outside, but we got the trees up. I still got to do the tree in here, but holy shit, man. It's just like, wow, I'm a little overwhelmed this year. I don't know what it is. Like I said, I'm pretty sure getting older and from the said weight loss surgery. But hopefully things will get better. Sam is still down and out for the count. She's resting right now, still trying to recover. She's been having some pretty intense headaches, so hopefully that gets better for her. Hey, Kimmy girl, I see you. You're back. Sorry about you getting blocked, girl. It happens. We got a lot of mods that are trying to get in shape for 2026, the Tour of Canada, where they may actually see the beast out in the wilderness. Not that we're going to try to, but Canada is a small place. Okay. So you never know what'll happen. Summer F Cats, hello. I tried to protect his innocence, but my husband overheard the talk of the freezer incident. Pray he just blocks it out. Now, really, honestly, anybody who is not aware of this community and the kind of things that go on and that we talk about, and just to overhear something like that, I'm praying for you, girl. Okay, that your hubby is not looking at you like an absolute fucking freak, to be quite honest. Thoughts and prayers your way, and thank you for being a member for 12 months, hon. I know, yeah, well, Canada's a small place. You never know who you're going to see out in the wilderness. You know, Dirt and Egg. Foodie herself, not that we're going to try. We're going to try to avoid sending any actual YouTube celebrities out in the wilderness, but things happen, all right? If it's meant to be, it's going to be. Hey, Panda Pondu, good to see you. Kyle, hello. Everybody is just coming in. Mango Kush, good to see you. Anywho, I'm going to be doing my Thanksgiving shopping one day this week. Hopefully they don't sell out of turkeys since they're selling out of everything pumpkin. God knows they're more than likely going to. What happens if they sell out of turkeys? Am I supposed to go catch one in the wild? I mean, I can do that probably. I don't know what happens after that. I'll probably end up keeping it as a pet and then starving on Thanksgiving. That would be my life. The audio is messed up. Not this shit again. Is anybody else having audio issues? I Draw People and Animals says, I'm so happy. In 6 days, my family and I will be moving to the UK. Wow. After months of packing and planning done, and we won't be changing our minds. Well, good luck with that, girl. Hell yeah. That's exciting. Wow. Hell, I'm lucky to move to a different place inside of my city. I ain't leaving the country. I don't know. Maybe I could be persuaded. It depends. There was this TikTok, speaking of leaving the country, that came up yesterday, and they were talking about like all of the vacation time you get off in Germany. And I was like, damn, you basically just sold me on moving to Germany. One day I might end up over there. You never know. I'll be packing my bags and leaving the country. I'll be right there with you. I mean, not in the UK, obviously, but whatever. Safe travels to you and the fam. And thank you so much for the support. Appreciate you. Yeah, UK Frostbite says, good luck with that, girl. I get what you're putting down there, UK Frostbite. I'll leave it at that. Hello, very good. Are we going to review Chantel's hair today? Of course. Of course, we're going to review Chantel's what's left of Chantel's hair. Do you all like the thumbnail? Is that not a banger? Look at that thing. I was like very impressed with my work. I was like, that is what we call a banger of a thumbnail. And you see, I quoted her, right? Can't sleep, can hardly eat. Chantel, get out of my face with that bullshit. You didn't, what do you mean you didn't get a turkey? Oh, well, you're Canadian. Well, I expect the Canadians to eat beaver, to stick to, you know, tradition, Misanthropy. I'm speaking to the Americans who eat fucking turkey for Thanksgiving. Anyways, very good. Thank you for the support. So listen, I forgot to post the winners. Yeah, I know a few people have contacted me per email, but if you did not see it, it is posted now in the community tab post. We are going to do one giveaway today. So make sure you leave a comment on, what was it, Saturday's live stream, and we'll pick that winner before we leave. It's going to be for an emotional support Christmas pickle tumbler that's not even listed yet. So get it before everybody else does. So leave your comment and we're going to get over to that. Hello, MC. Good to see you. Her crying over the consequences of her actions make me happy. She gave it away, though. She says it. Why did you leave Syria? Because I wanted Salah to beg me back. He's supposed to beg me back. That's how this has played out for the last 3 years. Chantel gets mad at Salah because she catches him cheating on her. She takes her YouTube coin, her YouTube purse, and she gunts back to Canada. Normally, it happens it just happens to happen during that time where she has to renew her visa. But still, okay? she tells Salah, I'm leaving and I'm not coming back. And then she goes to Canada and she's not even hit Canadian soil. And he's like, but babe, me and Juice, we miss you and I love you. She's like, say less, I'll be back. And as soon as she gets there, she renews her visa and she's back to Syria. That's all it takes. But this has not happened like it has in the past. No, it sounds like if what she's saying is true, yes, the kitten has a name, Blanche. Is that right? Is the cat's name Blanche? Whatever. If what she is saying true, about Salah's dad coming in the day after she left what are the odds? You mean to tell me that Salah's dad waits for Chantel to leave and the very next day he's in Syria? Is he putting whatever. Blanche sounds good to me, like the Golden Girls. I don't give a shit. Do I look French to you? No, I don't. Seattle Sapphire's A Low Carb World says the morning support group, Cutie and consequences. Exactly. Cutie and lots of consequences. Like, I don't know, Chantel, not taking care of yourself after a hysterectomy and you end up with all of that hair loss and you got the nerve to sit there, cover it up for the last 3 years talking shit about how other people look. Unfucking believable. Look at you. You got sprouts coming out of your head like a fucking potato. Must be something in the water over there. I'll tell you that much. Yes, here to judge. If it's Memphis, Indiana, that is the current address. Absolutely. Hello, everybody. Good to see you. As you see over here, the tree is still not decorated because I've been working in there getting that all decorated. But hey, we have a support group Christmas tree here in the back with lots of lights. And at the very top, there's a star that's leaning and it's about to take the tree down. And more than likely, it's going to hit me as I'm standing here talking shit about Chantel, which will be a good time. So stay tuned for that. Hello, Hot Wasabi. Good to see you. Thank you, WNC Tar Heels. So listen, this stream is an hour long, and I really, really want to make sure that we cover the majority of it because there's nothing that I like more than Chantel crying over things that she caused. This is all you're doing, Chantel. How did I turn into a circle? There we go. I don't want to be a circle today. No, thank you. Hey, Bent Not Broken. Good to see you, hon. I hope you're doing well. Thank you, Tweet T. Appreciate you. Hold on. I got behind in chat again. Jesus Christ. He's supposed to chase me. Duh. Who says that? Who talks like that? I know. Ooh, me. My 10-year-old. My 10-year-old really don't even talk like that anymore. She is in the find out stage. Exactly. Hey, Art. Good to see you. Sassy Cat says Foodie Beauty ego leads her to believe she has something to offer and that Salah truly is in love with her. She thinks it was about love when it was about money. And here's the thing, Chantel. And here's what we shouldn't do, okay? Because there's no reason that we should give you good advice. But it's just what we do, right? I can't sit here and be like your community and lead you to continue to believe this delusion, even though you're going to choose to do that regardless. But here's the thing. You have learned nothing from these relationships. Normally, when people go through bad relationships, bad breakups, whatever the case may be, they walk away after years of whatever with a lesson, with a big fucking lesson, depending on what happened and how long you were stuck in that motherfucker, right? But for you, Chantel, for whatever reason, you refuse to learn the lesson that's been presented to you multiple times at this point, right? It was the same situation with dishwasher. If you were flat fucking broke, if you had nothing to financially offer this man, he would have had nothing to do with you whatsoever. And the same continue. You learned nothing from that. So you went to a different man and did the same fucking thing. And now, instead of saying, oh, fuck. So these dudes that I've been hooking up with, they really just want me because of my YouTube money. I can't let this happen again. This is the second time I've wasted, 5 years of my life at this point? At some point, I've got to learn the lesson, but she's refusing to learn the lesson. So what do we know when people refuse to learn the lesson that has been presented to them? Is that history will always repeat itself. And Chantel said something yesterday that led me to believe that she's going to do this again. If Salah does not give in to her demand of returning to Syria, she's going to, what she thinks, just like she did Dishwasher, is teach him a lesson and show him what he's missing out on, which means, ladies and gentlemen, she's going to be scrounging up another degenerate sooner than later. Hello, Butter Crumpet. Good to see you. Oh, she absolutely will. And I'm telling you, we'll get to it and we'll talk about it more. Sassy Cat, thank you so much for your support, hun. Celestial Mystique says, hi, everyone. I'm 41 today. I have a full head of hair and never chased a marriage scammer. Good for you, girl. Congratulations on making it another year. Hell yeah. Hey, Sky. Her and her 4 strands of hair will be on the prowl. Absolutely. What's left of her 4 strands of hair will absolutely be back on Tinder, Canadian Plenty of Fish, worldwide dating, whatever the hell website she's using at this point. I don't know. But I look for Chantel to find another marriage scammer and end up in a completely new country, like not even the Middle East. She's going to go in a complete different direction. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will be absolutely fucking entertaining. Hello, Elizabeth. Her type 2 funkle is out of control. Out of control. Absolutely, girl. And thank you for the support. I see she didn't bring her ass back last night after all that crying she did. Hey, Hectic Llama. He caught her bluff this time. She left. Like, dude, you got to wonder, did you, if Chantel could go back, let's say that and think maybe he's not going to beg me back. Because she really fully expected him to beg her back. Would she have went through and did all this, or would she have stayed? Hey, Deja Blue Bear, good to see you. She named the cat another fine, I'm really not coming back manipulation. Yes, exactly, Mrs. ADHD. Okay, well, let's get into it. She titled the stream, I Can't Stop Crying. Good. As a former no longer on earth, RIP, rest in piss YouTuber would say, good. Hey, Spike T for you. Good to see you. Anyway, she's sitting at 14,848 views, 281 thumbs up. Here we go.
Hi, guys.
Yeah, pan it down, Chantel. That's right. Oh, my God. Hey, ain't she sweet? Uncover Possums. Hello. I have an animal channel. I found baby possums in their mother's pouch. I've been raising them for over a year. My girl's name. Oh, really? So I guess it's not Blanche. I don't know how you say that, but what you're saying is your little baby possum shares the name with Chantel's kitten. That's kind of sweet, though. We do love the kitty. We don't have to love Chantel, but we can love the cat. I mean, we've been told not to get emotionally attached to the animals, but who's going to be able to do that, okay? Nobody. Hey, Mother of Gladders. Undercover Possums, thank you so much for the support, hun. Did Pete's block you, Joanna Freedom? Did you get blocked by Pete's? Okay, Hot Wasabi says the original stream was titled Awful, I'm Sorry. That was the original name of it, Awful, I'm Sorry. So she changed it to I Can't Stop Crying. Pathetic. Wicked Crafter says, don't y'all fret over Cutie. She will do it perfectly this time. You will see, laughing my ass off. You know it, girl. And thank you for the support. Joanna Freedom says she's not blocked. Fondue says, Joanna, he doesn't deserve you.
I'm just getting ready.
Ready for what? Ready for what? Where you going, girl?
I've waited like a million hours. It feels like to just try to start my life and I can't stop crying. It's too early for this shit.
Imagine, seriously, 41 years old. People in their 30s don't do this. Young adults in their 20s don't do this. But again, 41 years old. You take to camera on your YouTube channel to cry over a man that everybody has been telling you from day one who has been scamming you for Canadian citizenship and your YouTube coin. And when it's all said and done and he leaves you in the dust, you come on here and you cry actual fucking tears. What do you expect people to do for you, Chantel? These people that you're crying to have real life problems, real issues with their real husbands, with their real children, with their real family. And you're on here crying because a marriage scammer got away from you. Hey, Tori, crap day at work still 100 times better than cuties. Exactly, girl. So don't take it for granted. And thank you for being a member, hun. I live for the pettiness and the support group. Same. I love it too. Tiny violins, lots of tiny violins. Is it Killy Kina? Thank you so much for gifting the YouTube Underground membership. Little birdie, welcome, new member. Thank you so much, girl. All she's missing is the big nose and the, what did I miss? She can't even breathe when she's crying over a scammer. It's so pathetic, dude.
Nothing's wrong. Just another day of realizing I'm just completely and utterly alone. I can't sleep. I can hardly eat.
I'm sorry. Those are the two things that you freaking do the most. And you want us to believe that you're not sleeping and you're also not eating. Oh, hold on just a second. Kilikina says it's my 40th birthday today. Happy birthday, girl, and congratulations on making it another year. Hell yeah. 40 is a big one. The two things you do the most in life, which is eat and sleep outside of shit, right? Outside of shit. You want us to believe, hey, Alexis, that all of a sudden you're not eating, nor are you sleeping? Bullshit. Teaspoon, thank you so much for gifting the YouTube Underground membership. Who got it? Oh, Alexis, welcome, a new member. I was 40 this year, loving it. Hell yeah, Butter Crumpet.
I don't know if I've actually ever felt this bad in my entire life. Hey, Teardrop, says Tracy. I really don't think.
What about that time? Miss T says, cry more, Foodie. Yes, Foodie, cry more. This is all of your doings. Every single bit of it. Every bit of it is your doing. We don't want to hear this shit. Well, actually, we do. We do like to hear you cry. Take that back. Miss T, thank you for the support. We all know edibles. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Is this worse than that time when you found out that dishwasher and Dee Dee were a thing, and that dishwasher basically was going to get a restraining order on you, so you rushed to go to the police department to try to file charges before he could? Worse than then? I don't know, Chantel.
I've actually felt known what I thought to really be alone feels like, and it's fucking awful. Such a mess.
Right, hot wasabi?
Maybe, Tracy, but they don't live in the same town, which I should have moved somewhere in Cornwall, but I thought that would be depressing because that would probably feel a million times like moving backwards.
I mean, Chantel, you can't go backwards any more than you already have. Okay, let me go ahead and remind you of what's played out in the last 3 years, right? You gave up your villa. You gave up your animals. You gave up your best friend. You gave up your family. And then you gave up your Kia. Now, 3 years later, everybody knew this would eventually happen. You were going to be forced back to Canada one way or another, which you willingly came back, which ended up biting you in the ass because you regret it big time now. You're in an apartment. It seems like it's probably not the best neighborhood. You don't have a car. You are now forced to ride the bus, and your family is so sick and tired of your shit. They don't even want to come hang out with you, pick you up, take you places. They're going to take a hard pass on that, Chantel. How much more backwards in this situation could you possibly go? Like, I guess the next step would be moving in with your mother, but I don't even think that she would ever let that happen. Chantel, you've went backwards there's no going more backwards than what you've went. That's it. You're back, bitch. You're back.
And go where? I don't enjoy doing anything. Going to sit at a cafe by myself. I don't give a shit about anything. Hi. I don't deserve her either. Even she's alone.
Here's the thing, though, right? If listening to what she said about Salah's dad and the way that he ended up in town the very next day after Chantel left. So did Chantel leave willingly? Well, I don't think necessarily that she really thought. That's why she gave this big window. You guys got to think about the entire situation that just happened. Foodie could have came back at any time. If she didn't even have to wait for payday. Like normally when Foodie wants to travel, she has to wait for payday to hit because she's always fucking broke. She didn't have to do that the last time. She had her community who gifted her thousands of dollars. So she could have came home at any time. And there was even a moment that she claimed that she went to the airport, got sick, passed out, canceled, all that bullshit story that she told, which again, some of that might have been true. She might have ended up at the airport because that was like the day after Salah had made her really mad by being gone with his family. And so like the very next day, she changed her plane ticket and she went to the airport. She might have actually went to the airport, but please believe there was no medical emergency. If anything, she was like, you're not supposed to leave me here, Salah. You're supposed to beg me to stay. And he didn't do that. And so she was like, well, I really don't want to go home yet. So she faked that she had this medical emergency. This is what I think happened. Had him come back, pick her up and take her back again. And then she extended another, like, okay, I'm going to stick to my original date of going back to Canada, which was like at the end of the month, right? And she was giving him, again, another window. She even says it in this stream to beg her to stay. And he never did it. And Salah has been with Chantel long enough to know how this game works and knows what he's willing to give Chantel what she wants, right? Oh, you want to go back to Canada? I'm going to let you go back to Canada. And then I'm going to, love bomb you. You're going to come back happily ever after, yada, yada, yada. You're going to forget that you ever caught me cheating on you, right? So with that being said, did Salah do some extra shit this time around to get Chantel really mad, worked up, and go back to Canada? You know what I'm saying? To get a peaceful transition of her out of Syria. So, he stayed gone with his family longer, maybe. He knew the right things to do that would piss her off to get her out of there, at least temporarily. You think he's remarried? I think it's a very big possibility too. Big Titty Pretty Bitch 24 says, I think the airport story was an ATM run. ATMs on the other side of security, then bailed out of the flight. That's absolutely, it could have happened for sure. It definitely could have happened. Thank you for the support, hun. Hold on a second. Crying over someone with a shit fetish. That's really something, isn't it? Well deserved, Chantel. He didn't have to. All he had to do was be with his family. That's true.
Yeah. I can't stand the quiet. Like, I can't sleep. I feel like I wake up in a panic. Like, I'm suffocating. Hey, Jessica, I already sent repeats. Sour Patch Bay. Maybe she will, teardrop. Oh, my mom, no. She can't come get me today.
I don't know why that's so funny. This woman is 41 years old and her mom cannot come get her today. I am fucking dead. Say it again, Chantel.
Maybe she will, teardrop. Oh, my mom, no. She can't come get me today.
She's going to need them views up, that's for sure. Wicked Crafter says it's one thing for Salah to tolerate his cutie. It will never be enough for him to have her fuck around phase eventually come down on his family. He's done. Basically, what you're saying, Wicked Crafter, is that he's fucking cooked. Her mom can't come get her today, bitch. I'm dead. Where's it at? Hold on.
Cutie's doing video.
Oh my God. Wicked Crafter, thank you for the support. Megs Blue says, good God, who is she kidding with that hairline? Girl, wait till she colors in her hair fiber. She's about to go get dolled up for hopefully Salah, she thinks. Thank you for being a member for 32 months. I got to hear it again. Sorry.
Sour Patch Bay. Maybe she will, teardrop. Oh, my mom, no. She can't come get me today.
What was that about going backwards, Chantel?
Extreme grief.
Look at that face. Oh my God. Watch.
Extreme grief.
That's a good one. Hold on. Excuse me just for a moment. I've missed these stills yesterday. Hello, arse over teacup. Stop touching your goddamn hair, bitch. Jesus, arse over teacup. Thank you for the support, hun. A face her mother can't love.
Sorry about that, Lana.
I'm just so tore up that my marriage scammer is actually. Can you imagine a fucking marriage scammer has cut you off? Hey, no filter mama. I see you, hun. Wicked Crafter says right before Christmas, bitch. Where's it at?
Right before Christmas, bitch.
Wicked Crafter, thank you for the support, hun. So that means Chantel is waiting around and she just knows it's going to happen. So Law is eventually going to beg her to come back. And the longer it takes, the madder she gets. She keeps boiling. It's like a pot of water on the stove. You put a pot of water on the stove, you go to boil some spaghetti, and you wait for it to boil and get ready. That is Chantel waiting on Salah to beg her back to Syria. And it sounds like it's not going to happen, which is really something, Chantel. Holy shit. Shelly Ray says, poor cutie, mommy can't come get her 40 plus obsessed toddler, obsessed, obese, fucking overgrown toddler, Shelly Ray. It's a whole shit show. I love that for Chantel and I love that for Shmi because Shmi helped create this situation that we're seeing today on the screen. Shmi, you had a lot to do with this, just so you know, sweetheart. Shelly, thank you for the support, hun. Bertha says her hub walked in and was like, yeah, me too, Bertha. Thank you for the support, hun. He's saying a couple of months to keep getting money. He has to worry about her changing. I agree with that, Miss T. If he can just somehow stay in communication with Chantel, to get her to at least send funds through the mail, that's exactly what he's going to do. And he'll do that behind his family's back. Sassy Cat says super sad because she can't manipulate the situation. And that's why she's taking her anger out on his family and not Salah. She's focusing right now on Salah's dad specifically because it sounds like he's a major part of putting a fucking stop to the shit that's going on with the Western woman in Canada. He's like, abso-fucking-lutely not. And I love that for you, Chantel. Oh my God. Sassy Cat, thank you for the support, hun. No, he has, listen, regardless of the situation, right? Salah, even if Salah doesn't have a savings account, which I do believe that he has some kind of money tucked away that he skimmed off, like you said, Crump, from Chantel. Yes, I believe that. But even if he didn't, like, he has this house, this family home that when they first got to Syria, he had Chantel invest a lot of her money into the home. And he told her, you know how he did this and how he manipulated Chantel into allowing all of her money to go into the remodel of the Syrian home because he was trying to make her comfortable. He was doing it all for her. Do you remember when she told us that? It was all for Cutie. He was installing solar panels. He was installing TVs. He was giving her a Western washroom. He was giving her TVs. He was doing all that to make Cutie comfortable. And then a couple of months later, she's out of there. Fondue says she really thinks he loved her for her. She's delusional again. And unless she opens up her eyes and sees, we all see it. We have been saying since day one that this was a marriage scam. From day one, that it was a marriage scam, right? And if you were saying anything different to that woman, then not to say that we're her friends, right? But these people, Teardrop and Tracy and Jovan, they all claim to be Chantel's friend, but they're not willing to tell her the truth. You really dislike this woman and you're going to lead her to do it again. You're going to go along with her delusion and this motherfucker is going to end up God knows where with who could possibly be worse than Salah or a dishwasher. Stick around. Stay tuned for more. Yep, a water fountain. Fondue, thank you for the super chat, hun. Bertha Boyle says it explains why she's not thought of next month's rent. That's probably where a lot of the tears are coming from. She's probably terrified about having to pay her bills. Bertha, thank you for the super chat. Hello, Nikki Fitness. Good morning, Yaba and friends. My cat and best friend Jasmine somehow escaped yesterday. No way. I was out of town and I couldn't find her last night. Please pray for her return. Oh my goodness. I hope you find her, hun. Please keep us updated. And thank you for being a member. That is so sad.
Yeah. I am on medication.
It's not working. You're not working the program, Chantel. When's the last time you've seen a therapist? So how do these brain pills or whatever that she's taking, how does that work? I've never been on any kind of like medication like that. So I'm not speaking from experience, but from what I've heard, I thought you had to see like a therapist and every so often like do a routine checkup, just like you would, you know, in regular medical health when you're on medication, like you have to do a routine checkup. How in the hell are you having all this medication? You're not seeing a therapist or anything. Hell, I'm pretty sure you don't even have Canadian insurance. But so how is this medication supposed to be helping your problems? You haven't seen a doctor in God knows how long. You're probably taking, you don't even know what it is at this point. She fixed up the home for the new wife. Girl, could you imagine? That's what happens when you're stupid, though. Seriously, that's what fucking happens when you're that stupid. People like Salah, Chantel, you were a mark and you're going to be a mark again. You are like the biggest mark on YouTube. So you've let this shit all play out. So there's probably a scammer watching you tuned in right now. They're like, this bitch still don't know that she got scammed. We got to get in while the getting's good. Because getting her when she's in that transition from being super upset that Salah moved on is because of his dad. It's all going to be his dad's fault. It's not going to be Salah, right? She's going to want to rebound quick. So a new scammer is going to come in. They're going to be like, she doesn't even know she got scammed. So they're going to hit her up real fast and she's going to be in another relationship before you know it. That shit is wild. Seattle, thank you for the support, hun. I have blood tests every 3 months and psych review yearly. So what is she talking about these brain pills? Like, where are you getting brain pills from and you're not even seeing a doctor, Chantel? That sounds like some crackhead shit. Sorry, but it's true. Wicked Crafter says, I bet she totally told him some dumb plan for Canada and he took the opportunity to make a choice, letting her know he is the boss bot bitch here and she don't run shit but her mouth. Damn, that was a banger, bitch. Thank you for the super chat, Wicked Crafter. she hasn't had a psych eval. It's wild. Crackhead shit, Chantel. Fondue says anime swooped in and she said she has strong. What the fuck, Fondue? You think she's gonna hook up with anime? We shall see. Thank you for the super chat.
Not every problem in life is like meds or therapy, you know. It's just, hi, baby. I'm just feeling sorry for myself, I guess.
When she changes her comb for the cat's brush, when I seen that, because I was listening, I wasn't watching, and I can't believe I wasn't watching this shit. So when I watched the replay back again, and I was actually looking at the screen, and I seen her trade out her comb for the baby cat brush. That was probably the best part of the entire stream, bro. The best fucking part. Welfare check on Anime's mom. That mom's in a freezer somewhere.
I'm just like this stupid air dry.
Sammy in Brooklyn says, I keep saying that someone is out there lurking, waiting. I'm here for the next arc. Yes. Dude, more than likely, Salah knew about Chantel's YouTube channel and found a way to hook up with her on Tinder. Found a way, because didn't he contact her? Isn't that how it worked out? Didn't he contact her? Regardless, he's seen all the shit on YouTube. He knows other scammers. They know the situation. They know that Chantel is single and about ready to mingle. Please believe it's going to happen fast. Thank you for the super chat, hun.
I don't know, Tracy. Hi, look who it is. The cat who shall remain nameless. He'll answer me like admittedly. And I know he doesn't owe me anything. We're not technically married. But the thing is like, so then how do you go from being, were you a fucking liar then? Like, how do you go from being super lovey-dovey, I love you, you're my soulmate, this and that bullshit, to me, like, seeing me like this and you don't even care? Like,
Troy Green says it looks like she finally showered. Yeah, at least you finally took a fucking shower, Chantel. God, thank you for the support, hon. Yeah, she looks like she's been washed. She's had her monthly shower. Rhonda says, yes, he knew. She had a target on her back and still does. That's the thing. Thank you for being a member, hon. Look who it is. Goofy Dumb, Goofy Hope. Bitch. Hello. Who would want that broke, bald mess now, for fuck's sakes? A scammer. Somebody who just wants money. A scammer. Knowing that she's willing to pay for fake love. Lots of people probably would, believe it or not. I know that's crazy to believe, but yep, it's true. Hey, canceled you. Goofy Dumb, Goofy Ho Bitch. Thank you for being a member, hun. She who shits herself says, did you hear her say dishwasher lost his residency? Yes. How would she know that? Ooh, that's a good question. How would she know that? Was it in this stream? I think it is. Let's listen. Maybe somebody will answer. And thank you for the support, hun. It's called divorce. Not a lot of caring goes on after that. Speaking from experience, I would say that 99.999% of people would say the same. Once you're divorced or once you're to the point to where you want a divorce, that's it.
I guess not. I don't know. He probably thinks this is all drama, like me being upset. Like, I think it's pretty normal. And like, I hate more than anything that I'm like hurt. Or maybe he was just smart about it. Like, or maybe his dad was smart. Like, he knows he's going.
Listen to this. So this is what she wanted to say. It hurts her a lot that this is what she was going to say, that she's hurt and he's not. And she stopped herself. And she goes on to say, well, maybe that's when his dad swooped in and was there for him when he was going through a really hard time, claiming that, Salah was so bad off because he loves and misses Chantel. Listen to the level of delusion when she tells this story. Where Schneffer says, I require a video with Salah and the new bride with the cousin wife sitting on the couch, calling Chantel word for word all the things she called Mr. A's wife. Same. Sooner than later, Salah. We'll be waiting for that. Where's Schneffer? Thank you for the support. I appreciate you. Listen to this. Calling Salah super vulnerable. Exactly. Hello, Charlotte. Chantel, pick Blanche up by her chest. Put your hand under her feet when you let a cat hang. It scares them. Thanks for the lash, Yaba. Get better fast, Sam. Charlotte, thank you for being a member for 41 months. I appreciate you, hun. I'm sorry her dad went without cigarettes. His dad still cares. What?
Pretty normal. And like I hate more than anything that I'm like
Kiva.
Like hurt. Or maybe he was just smart about it. Like, you know, or maybe his dad was smart. Like he knows he's going to be going through depression where he's like ultra.
So she's saying that his dad knows that he's going to go through a depression. Okay.
Ultra vulnerable.
He's going to be ultra vulnerable. Mm-hmm.
Because the night before his dad flew in, I flew out. He was home alone that night. He messaged me. It feels like there's no light in the house without you. It's awful. I'm so lonely. The next day his dad comes in and he basically, that's where conversation goes downhill. And he's like, don't bring my family into it. They have nothing to do with it. They have no influence. Really? Like, just be honest with me. I hate dishonest people.
Says the most dishonest person on the fucking internet. There's not a bigger liar on YouTube bigger than Chantel. A bigger liar than Chantel you would not find. Literally, we question everything that comes out of her mouth. Doesn't matter what it is. Could be something so stupid. You're questioning if she's telling the truth or not. But she hates dishonesty. Okay, Chantel. Hello, niece. She said the bed was covered with tissues the night before she left. Ew. I think he was playing with his cupcake recipe in celebration and not crying. Bitch, I'm dead. You're probably right. Thank you for the support, girl. Rosie and Chantel are even. You mean as far as weight's concerned? I agree with that.
You go all in, men, don't you? What I want in life?
No, I think there's another woman, but I think the dad talk is absolutely true. And I'm telling you what, you couldn't pry this information out of me. I don't know who would sit there at 41 years old, because if you're at a point to where your family has to basically stage some kind of intervention in a relationship, that's how bad it is. That's how bad of a person you are, that the person that you're with, family had to step in and make a move and do something. And it's not clicking. Like the lights are on, Chantel, and no one's home. It's so bad. You've caused so many problems in his family, in his life, that his dad had to step in. His other family members had to step in and make sure that paperwork got signed. And I believe all of that shit. I really did. Foodie and Beauty Frozen Diarrhea says, there was no light in the house without you. No, because the lights were out by the government. Ah, that was a banger, bitch. Thank you for being a member, hun. Hello, Cancer Warrior. We can use her words against her. He didn't lie. He just changed his mind. Exactly, Cancer Warrior. Yeah, she's financially abusive. And let's not forget that we have speculated that Salah has his own issues as far as possibly being somewhat delayed. Not to insult or say anything bad, but it's the truth of the matter. I'm sure his family probably is very aware of that. And again, at this point, he's been kicked out of Kuwait. He's now in Syria. He's allowed Chantel to come to Syria. When Chantel was in Kuwait with Salah, she cut him off from seeing all of his family, all of his friends, because why does Chantel isolate people in her life? Because she's a fucking problem. And she knows if she gives her partner access to their family and their friends, they're going to say, get the fuck away from that psycho. She's not any good for you. She knows that already. And so while they were in Kuwait, she did all this shit to him, gets him kicked out of the country. He goes to Syria, allows Chantel to come there. Why? Because Salah is fucking desperate and more than likely delayed. It is what it is, right? So when Chantel comes to Syria, she does the same thing in Syria that she was doing in Kuwait, shows her fucking ass. And now she's not just doing it on her YouTube channel and out on the Kuwaiti streets. She's doing this shit in front of his family. She's disrespecting Salah right in front of his own fucking family. That's what happened. And who do you have to thank for this, Chantel? You. Thank yourself for this shit. You're the problem.
I don't know. It's not just about finding another man or woman. It's like, sure, there's millions of people, but those people are not you. Like, what about all of that time you spend together with, like, having feelings for each other, having chemistry? And I know trolls and haters, and they're all like, oh, see, it's never real. Like, it makes me wonder, because, like, honestly, you're so fucking heartless, you know? He told me he's going to be single forever. Just yesterday. Maybe I'm grieving the person I thought, like.
I'm just so confused. According to you, you're the one who initiated all of this. And you're calling him heartless when you're the one who left him in Syria, basically a third world country, no electricity, no running water, fucking just rubble everywhere you go, gunshots in the background. God only knows what's going to happen day to day. And you left because he was spending time with his family, and you're calling him heartless. Are you listening to yourself? My abusive ex cut me off from my family as much as he could. Tried with friends too, but my BFF said, hell no. He's abusive as fuck. Yes, that is a tactic that abusers use. Absolutely. And that's why, not just one of the reasons of many why people say that Chantel is absolutely she's an abuser. She is. Even when we're talking about a marriage scammer. Okay? Even when we're talking about somebody who is a marriage scammer, right? You still were abusive in that situation. You were. The only person who's gave you a run for your money was dishwasher, and he got the fuck out. Like, think about that. He got the fuck out of that situation, Chantel, again, because you're the fucking problem, and it's not even worth it for $2,000 a month. He said, I'd rather eat Dee Dee's great pussy all day, bitch. I don't think so. Bertha, thank you for the support, hun. Jessica says Chantel learned Arabic to insult her husband in front of his family. She bragged about it. How disgusting is that? Seriously disgusting. Thank you for being a member, hun. She's sitting there looking like that and thinks one of our men is going to want that back. Are all Canadians this delusional? She gives Canadians a bad name. When I was there, people seemed normal. Puppies, modest PJ bottoms. No, it's definitely not all Canadians, but I do love getting the Canadians all riled up for sure, saying shit like that. Hello, spiteful Pinky Jean. I swear to God, is it Barry's hair looks better after I gave her a cut, color, and perm when I was 6 than whatever the fuck is happening on her funkle head. Just shave it off, Chantel. You're doing yourselves no favors. Spiteful Pinky Jean, thank you so much for the support, hun. Hey, Megan Fox. Good to see you. We have some normal people here, I swear. Oh, Barbie. Fuck, I don't know.
Anyway, it's just really hard.
Hello, Paul.
Let be single. Hey, be single, West.
Oh my God, it's like a puffer fish. Watch it.
Let be single. Hey, be single, West.
That shit's hilarious. I missed so much of this. I'm so sorry, but we got to watch that in half speed. What, Polly? Here we go.
Happy single. Hey, be single, West.
Hello, Paul. Don't step on the keyboard. Let me have it. Thank you. Look at the cat. The cat's like, what the fuck? How did I get here? Take me back to my breeder. That's what the poor kitty is saying. Take me back to my breeder. I don't think so.
She's so hyper.
Oh.
She's gonna be a beezer, that's for sure. Are you beezing?
Oh my God. Why do you manhandle these animals?
Ow. No.
They don't like that. That's not how Hey Sinatra says. It's like one of those frilled lizards. We died last night watching this part. Yeah, where she blew out. That was fucking hilarious.
Oh. Beezing.
Cats don't like to be held like this. That's a kitten too, Chantel. These are why these animals do not like you, among lots of other reasons. Why can you not properly hold a cat? You've had cats like your entire life, bro.
Ow. No. Please.
I knew that thing was going to fall. I told you. Did you see it happen? Damn it. Almost brought down the whole fucking tree. How the hell do you get a star like that on the top of the tree? Because I've stuffed it full of stupid branches and it just leans. I don't get it.
Do you think he's talking to someone else?
Could you imagine if it would have hit me in the back of the head? I'm so dead.
Why didn't he just admit it then? Like, why lie?
One word, Chantel. I'm going to make it real easy for you. Money. It's all about money. It's all about money. If he can still convince you to send him a couple of $100s for juice and holding on hope that you'll come back to Syria after he gives you a couple of months to see if you're actually going to be, change your ways and get your life together. Come on, bro. Again, why do we have to point out the obvious here, Chantel? It's so stupid. Exactly. Fuck you, pay me. Charlotte says, Lenny. Charlotte, thank you for the support, hun.
Just say it. Just say it. No, leave you.
Say it. Just say you've moved on and you're married to your cousin wife. Just say it.
You alone. Like, why be cruel? And like, I hate that. Like, why string me along? Just tell me to fuck off. I would rather that than be like vague.
You signed divorce papers. What the fuck are you talking about stringing you along anywhere? You signed divorce papers. You have been yelling at the top of your fucking lungs for 2 months that you and Salah are done, son. You're getting a divorce. It's final. It's over. You boarded the plane. You signed the papers. What are you talking about stringing you along, Chantel? You literally are mentally unwell. Okay, your brain pills, whatever it is that you're fucking taking, are not going to do anything. You need to see a therapist, a psychologist, whatever. This is not normal behavior. You signed divorce papers. You left the country. It's over. Stringing you along. God.
You think he's talking to someone else?
You're divorced. You broke up. It's over. What do you care who he's talking to?
Why didn't he just admit it then? Like, why lie? Just say it. Just say it and I'll leave you alone.
He doesn't owe you any of that. If you are stupid enough to continue to send this man money, then do it. He doesn't have to tell you that he's with another woman. He doesn't have to tell you fucking anything. You guys are done. You signed the papers, you got on the plane, and you left the fucking country. And you did all of that willingly, Chantel. You did all that. You created this problem because you didn't want to be in Syria around his family. And now, because he's not coming and saying, Chantel, come back to Syria, you're realizing what the fuck you did. And you're eventually going to say, he owes me this, this, and this because I've given him thousands of dollars. That time is coming.
Like,
depending on the communication last night after this happened, if Salah was in communication with Chantel, if he responded, we're going to be able to tell by the way that she acts today.
why be cruel? And like, I hate that. Like, why string me along? Just tell me to fuck off. I would rather that than be like vague. Like,
can you imagine signing divorce papers and still being like cordial with the person because you know they're mentally unwell and being nice and saying nice things? So I don't know. They don't do something stupid. Like, what else do you want from this person to tell you that to make you realize that they're fucking done with you? Look at this. This is a good one, isn't it? He signed, you and him both signed paper, Chantel. It's over. Move on.
and I miss Julia. I miss her a lot. I miss Sasa. Like, I miss that family sense of family that I was.
You're so full of shit. You can't stand his family. You can't stand those kids. And you definitely can't stand Julia. It's all fake. You think she gives a fuck about Julia? No. Does she care about BBJ or Sam? No. You think she cares about Julia? No. It's all to keep in connection and contact with Salah. That's it.
Just kidding. I'm not giving him money. He's not getting money from me. Are you kidding?
So even people in her chat are like, they're saying stuff without saying it about Salah and the money. And she looks down. She can't even continue to look at the camera. Look at her. Watch.
I'm not giving him money. He's not getting money from me. Are you kidding?
Can't even look at the camera and say that. She's cutting her nails on the floor, but she can't make eye contact when she's talking about giving Salah money because she knows. She keeps saying, why does he keep stringing me along? You already know the answer to all of these questions, Chantel. You already know the answer. You just don't want to accept them. You want to believe your delusion that it's true love and he really cared about me and we had all this awesome, amazing time together. You created all that, Chantel, in your head. You sat around in Kuwait and ate in a bedroom while Salah continued to live his life. I'm going to tell you the reality of the situation, Chantel, what you missed, because you missed a lot in these last 3 years. So let me break it down to you. MEP says, even if technically legal, this marriage was a transaction and arrangement. Imagine feeling like this over a business deal. Exactly. Business deal. MEP, thank you for the support, hun. Holly B says, theory, there may have been a plan for her to go back, but once he was rid of her, he was elated. He's glad she's gone and he can be with his family. Yes, and I believe his family, they're making sure that this does not happen again. I think so for sure. And thank you for the super chat, hun. Foodie, the last 3 years while you've been laid up in the Kuwaiti fart box, eating and sleeping and laying around and telling Salah, you're not going to do this and you're not going to do that. Just send me pictures of where you go and FaceTime me every so often and check in. Dude was out living his life without you, doing what he normally does. He had you stuffed away where you wanted to be in a bedroom and kept you happy by feeding you for 3 years. And then eventually you got a wild hair up your ass. Who really knows what happens when you wanted to go out in a butte and travel around Kuwait? But the thing is that we knew that there was a lot of tension between you and Salah, that you had caught him doing a lot of fuck shit because you and Salah were going out, or you were going out without Salah, traveling in your car, going around Kuwait. If you and Salah were on such good terms at that time, and you and Salah had this agreement that he was going to quit his job and do YouTube with you, why was he never there? He was living life in Kuwait. You were stuffed away in a bedroom, eating yourself to death. You came out of your bedroom because you caught him cheating on you with another woman and found pictures in his phone. And then you decided to take a little bit of control of the relationship, started going out in the car, dropping him off so you could keep tabs on him driving by wherever he was, not giving him freedom, treating him like a child. Then you got him kicked out of the country. You go back to Canada. Then you chase him off to Syria when you and you again go into a room and eat yourself to death. And then you got mad because you couldn't keep tabs on Salah the way you used to in Kuwait. You missed out on 3 years. Dude was out living his life. You were thinking you and him were soulmates and shit. And he was out fucking other bitches and having friends and having a good time. It's crazy. Can you imagine literally spending 3 years locked away in a room and just eating? That's what she did. That's literally what she did. Oscar's wife says, what will she be like today? Number 1, a crybaby. Number 2, raging. Number 3, oot and about. Oot and a boot, I don't know. I really don't know. Vicky says, remember how he used to lock her in that apartment? Sure do. Absolutely. I still wonder why they gave him a prostitution charge in Kuwait. I'm not sure. Vicky White, thank you for being a member, hun. He's definitely had more sex in the marriage, Cutie. Exactly.
But no, he hasn't asked me for money. So.
Bullshit. Oh, yeah. Good point, Carrie Pie. You pawned the wedding ring. You weren't sad then. Like, you were so, like, dude, you're not getting rid of your wedding ring unless you know that shit is over. That would be the last, you know what? That'll be the last thing that fucking goes, would be the wedding ring. So you're telling me you weren't completely sure whether or not you and Salah were getting a divorce, and the both of you motherfuckers, let me tell you something. If my wife wanted to get rid of her wedding ring and did, well, then you can't come back from that. There ain't no coming back from that. So what more of a sign did you need, Chantel? You talk about this dude stringing you along. I'm pretty sure that he cut ties with you way before you left to go to Canada. Carrie, thank you for the super chat, hon.
My family is not here. So what are you doing back there? You need your nails cut. Hold on, guys.
What can somebody please explain to me this shit with Chantel and her cats needing their nails cut? This is a fucking kitten. I can just, my cat's claws ain't never had to take them to the vet to get them things trimmed down. I can understand BBJ, or maybe you have a cat that doesn't, do the scratchy pole and take care of their own nails. But why is it every single fucking cat that she gets, she has to cut their nails? That I don't understand that. Am I the neglectful parent, pet owner here? I don't know. Performative. I hope to God she's not about to cut that cat's nails with those nail clippers she has. I think the cat's scratching on her furniture, and she probably does take and try to cut them down as far as she can. She's fucking sick. Exactly, Troy. There's nothing for them to scratch. What happened to the $300 worth of shit that you bought the cat, Chantel? Where's the scratch post? $300. You paid $300 for the cat. You didn't buy that cat shit. GWHR says she's trying to make it seem like she really takes care of them, but she's doing a really bad job of that, Chantel. That just proves you don't know what the fuck you're doing. And that's pretty fucking sad. Thank you for the support, hun. Dastardly Deed says, Christian never loved you, Chantel. Psych ward arc 2.0 incoming. Holy shit. Dastardly Deeds, thank you for the support, hun. Hello, Liz. Good to see you. So we have plenty of scratching posts, cat towers, and trees for our babies, but we also still make sure to check them and trim them once a week as needed. Yeah, that's the thing. But this little baby kitten that she just got, you're telling me she's already trying to trim its nails down? No, performative. And I think these animals tear up her furniture because they ain't got nothing to scratch. They have to scratch their claws. They have to. Yeah, who's Christian? Dastardly Deeds. I think it's somebody from Chantel's past. Wicked Crafter says, go to sleep on lies, wake up with the truth. Boom. Wicked Crafter, thank you for the support. Okay. Fondue says Christian was someone she stalked in the past. He had a pregnant girlfriend and she was fucking him anyways. Yes, I somewhat remember that story. That's before she was even on YouTube. Zebra Corn says he hasn't asked for money. He hasn't asked for money. He has to be timed. He has to be timed right. Well, she doesn't have money yet. She doesn't have her payday yet. He knows the right time to ask Chantel for money. Trust that.
Thank you, Ageless Beauty. No, I think some of his family probably doesn't want him with me at all. Some of his family's very nice and loving towards me, mostly in Syria, but I don't know how his dad feels. He was really nice.
And you know what's crazy though is that Chantel will blame all this. Damn, that's another good one. 1 second. I think she has convinced herself the reason that his family doesn't want Salah with Chantel is because she can't have kids. And she'll say it's the culture and they just have millions of kids and it's their culture to have millions of kids they can't financially take care of, yada, yada, yada. She admitted his dad hates her, but it might be something along those lines, but I think it more has to do with you and your behavior and your YouTube channel and all the things that surround you, Chantel, and the fact that you've already got their boy into big trouble where he had to leave the country he was living in. I think all of those reasons trump the fact that you can't have kids, but you keep bringing that back up because then you can blame it on something besides being just such a terrible fucking human being. Liz says, I have to ask also how much of this state she's in sincere and natural and how much of this is performative to play on sympathy of her audience and grift. Well, here's the thing. This really doesn't do her any favors as far as grifting. Maybe it'll make people feel I don't think it's necessarily for the audience. I think this is all for Salah. I think she's playing all this shit up, trying to get on here and show Salah how sorry she is and how much she misses him and misses his family and misses Julia and misses the cat. I don't know that this is necessarily for her audience because she doesn't really as far as money, she doesn't really get anything for acting like this. People are sick to death of this shit. I think they'd be more willing to donate to Chantel if she kind of pick herself up, dust herself off, and get outside of that apartment and stop crying about Salah. Then people are going to be more willing to, super chat, membership, shit like that. This, it's kind of pretty dead over there. So performative, yes, and all for him, in my opinion. After all the shit she said about his family. Exactly. Liz, thank you for the super chat, hun.
Always nice to me, but I don't talk to him much. If I was in his dad's shoes, yeah, I'd probably want my son to have children or whatever, or I probably wouldn't even give a fuck, honestly. Live how you want to live.
See, it always goes back to her not being able to have kids. What else could it be? Why else would Salah's family not want me around? Really, Chantel? All you can come up with in your funkle brain to look like a victim is because I can't have kids and Salah's family doesn't want me around. Langley says, I think Chantel was always the last child to be up from daycare and school. It shows. That was a banger, Langley. Good to see you, girl, and thank you for the support. Salah confides in his family like Chantel confides to Beezers. Damn. Yep, that's true. Last to be picked up. Yes, Ash.
I mean, you have other kids that are having kids. How many kids do you need to have? Every single person in your family has to have kids for you to be happy? Yeah, I do, Tracy.
Sweetheart, this is not just about you not being able to have kids. It's about you not being right for their son. Who would want you in their family? Who in their right mind wouldn't try to put a stop to you marrying their son? Are you kidding me? Chantel, you know it's not anything to do with you not being able to have kids. Knock that shit off. They are probably fucking thrilled that Salah was never able to get you pregnant, that you can't have kids. Because really at that point, then they're fucked. They got to basically just keep you around. But lucky for them, you weren't able to provide any grandchildren. They are thrilled of that. Trust me, they are.
Like, he always says it's not the kids, it's not marriage. I want to be single forever. Every time I talk to him. Yeah.
And you choose to do what? You choose to believe that bullshit. You choose to believe that Salah wants to be single forever. So you mean to tell me that Salah was in a marriage with you and you've caught him cheating multiple times, but you're willing to believe that he wants to be single? So even while he was married to you, he was trying to be in other relationships, but now that you are divorced, he wants to be single forever. Okay. All right.
Anyway. Avoid men who believe they should spread their seed. They are cheaters. Let me spread my seed. Spread thy legs, old wench. What the hell is the fucking world coming to? I mean, I miss that like everyday comfort, like cuddling, watching movies, someone to confer over dinner with, just like stupid shit. Look what the cat's doing. Something you can do with a hijab or not is love someone.
Okay, well, find love. If it's love that you're looking for, Chantel, then go out and find love. But you're not looking for love. You're looking for bought love. Those are two totally different things. And until you understand that, you're going to get the same result each and every single. You're crying over dishwasher. You're crying over Salah. And if you go into the next relationship the same way that you went into these two relationships, it's going to be the same outcome. So save your tears.
Come here. Come see. Here she is. Here she is. Me balding? Yeah. I've been balding.
Oh God, the balding shit. Wicked Crafter says she wanted to be alone. His family wanted her gone. She signed the new contract. No one will rescue her from this. Doesn't seem like it, Wicked Crafter. Yep, that can only mean one thing for our community. Entertainment, bitches. And we're here for it. Wicked Crafter, thank you for the super chat, hun.
Been bald. I gotta style my hair.
She wants from another partner, from another person, what takes work for other people to get, right? She wants a good looking partner with looking the way that she looks. She doesn't want to take care of herself, but she wants somebody that takes care of theirself, right? She wants, and the only way that she knows that she can get that is by flashing what's left of her YouTube income. And that is where you got to understand another reason why Chantel is freaking out the way that she's freaking out, because when Foodie met Salah, she was in her prime, right? When Foodie was with Dishwasher, she was in her prime. She was making the most money that she's ever made on YouTube. When she got with Salah, she completely tanked her channel. It's now starting to catch a little bit of steam, but nothing compared to what it was back 3 years ago. And she's never going to see those numbers again. So that leaves her very limited as far as being able to purchase another relationship. When Salah first came around, somebody who looked like Salah, somebody who was 10 years younger than her, it was pretty much an easy catch. She's like, here, look at these deposits. Look at all this money that you can have. And he was sold. He was ready to go. But present day, what is she presenting any other opportunities with? Nothing really. Zebra Corn says, this is a narcissist who lost control, not grieving. Exactly. And that's all it comes down to, is she lost control and she didn't win. She's not the winner. Zebra Corn, thank you for the super chat.
Did I choose this? Yeah, I feel like I did. I don't know if I made a mistake or not. It's too early to tell. Like the way I'm feeling, like just feeling like shit. Like pure shitsicle. Hey. Mhm. No, he hasn't asked me to come back. Just give me a second, guys. No, he hasn't asked me to come back.
Whoa, he has not asked her to come back. Wow. Man, and that's got to be a first for her because normally this is how it works. She storms off to Canada and he says, babe, come back home. And he has not done that yet.
Just give me a second, guys. Maybe we can try in here. I just have to do my hair a bit. Maybe we can try to go out. I don't know. What are you doing here? Hey. Food? Here you go. And the kind of.
Okay, so she's coming back with her hair fibers now.
And the kind of.
I mean, I'm going to be honest, okay? If Chantel would take, regular showers and wash her hair fibers out, she makes it happen. Like, it looks a lot better than what it did. It's still bad, but it's better than what it was. I'd rather look at that than look at what she was just doing. Corbin. I mean, them hair fibers are really something, huh? I mean, I'll be damned. It looks like they somewhat work. Desi's mama, hello, says, I think this is hilarious. All she needs is assisted living and she will have all the company she wants. Cleaning, cooking, etc. They do it all. That's actually a great suggestion for Chantel. Chantel, since you're lonely and everything, have you ever considered assisted living? Hey, look, it's a thought, Chantel. We're trying to help you out. Desi's mama, thank you for the support, hun. Langley says, Chantel, I really only have one question for you. Did he ever sniff or... Chantel, Langley wants to know if Salah ever went nose to puss with you. No reason, just for her own notes. Did Salah, yes or no, Chantel, ever go nose to puss with you? That is the question that Langley specifically wants to know. Thank you for that, Langley. We appreciate you, hon.
And then actually, when someone said, oh, they've seen it without the
I'm pretty sure you're going to pull what's left of the DeVito out with that comb, Chantel.
The hijab, well, yeah. He told me there's no need to wear it. Like if we're separating, so right for Allah. Well, I don't believe that the religious part is mixed.
That shit really works magic. I just can't get over it. This is like one of those infomercials or something. Like, I be damned. Like, okay, where we're at 24:16. Okay, look at this shit. 24:16. I mean, what the fuck? That's hair fibers. I be damned. Well, listen, if I ever start to go bald on top, I'm gonna invest for sure. Look at that shit. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna go ahead and buy some now, just in case. Look at this shit. It's like fucking magic. I mean, look at that. No wonder you have this shit on hand. I don't blame you, bitch. I would too. Oh my God. I just cannot get over it. Before, Chantel, I just found, listen, contact this company and tell them you want to be the spokesperson for the hair fibers. I mean, look at that shit. Hell
yeah. He told me there's no need to wear it. Like if we're separating, so right for Allah. Well, I don't believe that the religious part is mixed in with that. I think it's cultural hijab, in my opinion. It's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it.
Buy now and get the second one free. Hair, color in some over here, Chantel.
I mean, I really, really don't know why you would be with a Western woman, especially Foodie Beauty. Like you've seen, he's never like.
Well, I'm going to tell you again, and I'm tired of repeating myself at this point. Okay. Money. That's it. Nothing else matters.
Complained about that stuff, but about my past and stuff, but.
Hey, I seen you, girl. I seen you yesterday in Chantel's chat. Hello, Marsuio. Did not say that right, but it's totally fine. We're going to go with it. Shit. Here we go. She's like an anti-influencer. I have that same striped shirt for 3 years, and seeing her wear the exact same copy of it makes me want to burn mine. Chantel loves the stripes. It's something that she's always worn on her channel. I love it. I think it's great. It really suits her well. But yes, I would advise you definitely, if you have this shirt, burn that motherfucker. And good to see you, hon, and thank you for the support. Stop gassing her up. It looks terrible. That's the point, little birdie. Jesus. Langley says, shit, Langley, hold on. I don't know why you're shaking your head. Yeah, but you turned me into this. You're probably right, Langley. You've been hanging out with me for too long. Now you're going around and you're asking strangers on the internet if they went nose to puss with somebody. You're right. That is my fault. That's fine. It's called accountability, Langley. And thank you for the super chat, girl. The baby kitty. Yeah, no. Walmart Foodie Scooty says, shit, hair fibers equal build a beaver. That was a banger. Thank you for the support, hun.
My present wasn't that great either, right?
Yeah, we're blazing her up. Fine, guys. Just let it happen, okay? She's going to have a whole head full of hair fibers next time. You're welcome.
It's like, why am I blaming myself for everything? Like,
She's going to have so many hair fibers, she's going to look like a fucking blockhead. And who is against that? That's what I want to know.
I'm like the only person to make a mistake. Like, I feel like all of this problem is because of me.
That's true.
Anyway. No, a strong, independent man, right, would make their own choice. He'll say this is his own choice. That's the thing. Well, when I first got with you, I didn't listen to what anybody wanted.
You got some hair fibers on your shirt. Just saying.
Okay, well,
MVP Princess says I got myself blocked in her chat during this live. I'm dead. Hey, Jordy, my hair is thin and she makes me feel like Rapunzel. Girl, get you some of them hair fibers, girl. Okay, just layer that shit. Listen, we all seen the before and after. You can't take that away from her, okay? Jordy, thank you for being a member for 18 months, son. No cat brush yet. No, not yet.
You left him. Yeah, but he's supposed to like fight for me back, duh.
There you have it. There you go. You have to understand the mentality. Do you know how fucked up you have to be? Like, we're not talking about like a couple who they maybe their parents live around the corner and they can fight and stomp home and wait for the other one to beg the other one back and they can just walk around the corner like crackheads do, right? This woman was in Syria, okay? She had to come on the internet and ask for thousands of dollars to fund her trip back to Canada, which included a brand new apartment, a rental car, things to put inside of her apartment. She had to, do utilities, the whole shebang, right? All of that just because she wanted Salah to chase her. Listen.
You left him. Yeah, but he's supposed to like fight for me back, duh.
You left him, and she says in response to that, he was supposed to fight for me back, duh. Ma'am, you signed a lease. You got a cat. What do you mean? So you're basically telling these motherfuckers are so stupid. If they continue to support this shit, she is telling her audience she had no intentions of staying in Canada, and she fucking did not. She didn't even want to leave Syria. That's what you all need to understand. She didn't even want to leave Syria. That's why when they presented Chantel with these divorce papers, she was so fucking shocked. Go back and watch that vlog that she did when they were in the airport and Salah was filming her. Like the look of shock on her face, like I cannot believe it's to the point to the you've actually got me at the fucking airport. This is not what I wanted. The intent was never for her to go to Canada. And when she got to Canada, okay, fine. I'll go to Canada. I'll get the apartment. I'll get the cat, but he's going to chase me. And when he chases me, it was always her intentions to go back to Syria. She was never, ever, ever, ever giving up Salah. She was never planning on staying in Canada. Never. The only reason she's staying put is because she's being told and she's being ignored and she's not being asked to come back. She's not being chased. So she just fucking took you all on a fucking ride. She played you and your money. And the only reason she's sticking it out in that apartment is because she has to. She has to. Jordy said, she says Salah likes playing with her hair, and all I can think of is him trying to play Crazy Frog with her 3 strands of hair like a fucking harp. Jordy, thank you for the super chat, hon. Scrim, hello. Other than a media, well, listen, look, that's the thing. Foodie didn't just have the paycheck recently, right? She got thousands of dollars in donations. So yeah, it looks like she just got a little pissy ass paycheck or whatever. No, like that was the thing. Let's do a fundraiser. Let's see how much money people will give me. And I'm going to flaunt that in Salah's face. And he's going to even be willing to cut off his family because I have thousands of dollars to offer him here in Syria. So it wasn't even just a paycheck. Like that money was never intended to get her home to Canada. It was going to be an incentive to get Salah to stop going with his family, to cut them off and stay with her because she had all this money in her PayPal account. And that didn't work. It wasn't just her paycheck. I do believe like she pulls these extra fundraising scams to get control of the relationship. And it's not working, obviously. Thank you for the super chat, hun. Janie says this bitch thinks she's in a real life fairy tale. Yeah, she's like, there is no reality for Chantel, basically. Thank you for being a member, hun. Daddy issues is way deeper than daddy issues for sure. Delaware Pearl, hello. I have a bit of age-related thinning hair, so I use fibers on my part. Works magic, but you must wash your hair or can itch if it builds up. She's gross, and we see her itching her head all the time. And those hair fibers are, when she doesn't wash them, they're just smeared all over the top of her head. And we know what her bedding looks like. And when she used to do that shit, when she lived in the villa, her pillow would be black. She don't take care of it properly. But it looks like that shit works. Hey, look, all I'm saying is if there ever comes a time where I might need some hair fibers, hey, I can't complain. It don't look half bad, but she doesn't take care of it. Cradle cap. Delaware Pearl, thank you for the support, hun. I mean, damn. I was team no hair fibers, and I've had a change of heart all of a sudden. That money is gone. She blew every fucking dollar of it. The wheels in her cycles are going round and round. Cutie, are you spinning yet? Wicked Crafter, thank you for the super chat. The buildup is fucking disgusting. Okay, Carlotta, my Twitter is Wati Underground 23. Yes, Wati Underground 23. Thank you for the support, hun. No, Langley, that's my YouTube name. She is nasty. It's disgusting. Back to you, Cutie.
Like, what do you think? What do you expect?
We said, duh.
Don't be an idiot, please.
I don't know about you guys, but if I'm married and I'm happy, I ain't trying to take no risk. I'm not going to play divorce so I can see if my partner is willing to chase me, because what if they're fed up with my shit and they don't? And it seems like, Chantel, that's exactly what happened. You wanted to play around with your marriage because you think marriage is a game, because you ain't never taken this marriage serious, not one day in your fucking life, because this shit's never been real. Nobody's out here playing with their marriage. Like, are y'all out there playing with your marriage like that? Nah, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to do that.
This is why I hate white shirts. already something on them. You're supposed to cry for me, Argentina. You're supposed to be like, yeah, I miss you.
But Chantel, you know, every time that Salah cries for you, he's crying for what you can do for him. He's not crying for you because it's you that he misses. I feel like I'm fucking beating a dead horse, dude. I keep saying this shit, but it's so true. And it's like, I feel like this is the message that your mother should be sending you. Like, say it over and over. Like, you ever had to tell your kids something and you have to like pound it in their fucking heads and you get sick of hearing yourself saying it? Like, you get so sick of just hearing your own voice, but you have to continue to give them this message, whatever it may be. So, like, my son's a new driver, right? And so I just say it, even if he's telling me, Mom, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this. Like, I'm saying it every time I see him or every time he gets in the car. You're not to touch your phone, wear a seatbelt, you know, all of the same things that you tell a new driver over and over and over and over and over again till they get the fucking message. Like, this is the conversation your mom should be having with you and telling you. Like, if your mom is telling you that you and Salah are this happy couple and he really loves you for you, then your mom don't give a fuck about you. And it doesn't matter how mad my daughter would get if I knew that she was in a transactional relationship, because I love my daughter. And if you want to cut me off because I'm telling you the truth, you're never, ever going to get me to the level of me going along with your delusion just to make you happy and be like, you all are a happy couple and he loves you for you, because that would mean that I'm a fucking scumbag piece of shit for going along with your delusion, because you need to continue to hear that this man don't love you for you. He don't want to be with you. He wants to be with your money or what you can provide him, whether it be a green card or a new fucking car or a new Apple Watch or whatever it is. It's not you. He's not chasing you, Chantel. And all you want to say to us is, oh, we're saying that because we're haters. Bitch, honestly, we're being way too nice. We should go along with your delusion just as much as your fucking own people are. It's crazy. Dastardly says, I don't give a fuck. I love every tear dropping. I'm with you, Dastardly. It's well deserved. She worked hard for that. I agree. And thank you for the support, hun.
Can you buy a used car?
Well, yes, to avoid her abuse, Joanna, and it's just so they can stay in contact with Chantel. Because if her mom, trust me, Chantel's not going to be the type of person, no matter who the message is coming from. And this is why her audience, like, you think fucking Teardrop, even stupid fucking Teardrop, doesn't know the truth of this situation? Of course she does. So does Tracy. So do all these other idiots. Like, for the majority, everybody fucking knows. Everybody knows what it is, but they know if they say it, if they go to Chantel and they say, Chantel, I love you, man. You know, you're like my best internet friend ever, but I'm going to be honest with you that Salah is using you for money. She would block them so fucking fast. And to Teardrop and to Tracy and all these other people, it's just not worth it. They're like, listen, bitch, you want us to go along with this? You want us to support your bad decisions in life? To be quite honest with you, we're just here for the shit show like everybody else. We just need a place to hang out at. And now we're so far gone and we done created this bad name for our YouTube persona. We're not even welcome in any other chats. So we're just going to stick it out here.
A divorce support group? Yeah, so I can hear other people cry about the same thing I'm crying about. I'm just joking. I know what you mean. This is too tight. Thanks, Peachy. He's just like, we'll see you then. That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. And it's so shocking because it's like, you were just so lovey-dovey. How do they do that? I'm like, how? 1 minute. I love you. 1 minute. I wish you the best. I don't get it. Not like that.
You know what, Desi? You're right. Because how many people have been in the same position? Like how many fallen beezers have there been to where they go along with it until they can't take it anymore and they just fuck off and leave? And more than likely they rebrand and join into the hater communities. They're like, you know what? Because at some point, I would imagine that the people in her community, like, and here's the crazy thing. There are a few names that stick out in Chantel's community over there. But for the most part, like she recycles in people. These are new people, right? And I think they get sick and fucking tired of the delusion and the bad choices and everything else that goes along with the bullshit over there. So they're just like, this, I've had enough. And it's either they just take off and they leave and they just tap out of the fucking community, or a lot of them rebrand and they end up coming over to the hater community where it's a lot more sane, to be quite honest. Desi's mama, thank you for the support, hun. What did she actually sign? God only knows. Who knows?
When it suits them. God, just move on with your life. I swear, if I hear that, just move on. How about you just eat a pile of crap? How about that? Just move on with your life. Just move on.
Yeah. Seriously, like that is amazing advice. Whoever said that to Chantel, that's in Chantel's chat, they are being nice to you. They're telling you the right thing to do. Move on with your life. That's what you do after divorce, Chantel. But you're not really divorced, are you? Because you never were in you have to actually be, even if you figured out some fuck way of getting really married to Salah. That does not make the marriage real. So the marriage wasn't real. The divorce is not real. That's why you can't understand how it's so easy for people from experience who have been divorced. Just look, bitch, move on. I've been there. I've done that. But she doesn't understand because the motherfucker's never even actually been married. She has never had the same experience as anybody else who's been married. Never.
All right. I'll move on and I'll be so successful and happy.
Oh yeah, tell us about you moving on. Hold on, I gotta hear this again.
A pile of crap. How about that? Just move on with your life. Just move on. See that? I'll move on, all right. I'll move on and I'll be so successful and happy.
This was the part right here. This is another highlight of the stream. And let me tell you why this part was so why this part was so important. Because the thought of Chantel letting go of Salah and Salah actually being here's the thing. She has been with Salah for 3 years, right? And now that's all been snatched away from her. And basically she did it to herself. And she knows that there's a very big possibility that there is a cousin wife, right? So the 3 years that she was with Salah, it cost her thousands of dollars. She's lost everything. And cousin wife is going to come in and she's going to get every piece of Salah that she ever wanted. And it's not going to cost her a fucking dime. That is making her lose her shit. So when somebody tells her to move on from her investment, from her souvenir, it's like like a fucking firework going off in her funko brain, right? So she's like, I'll move on, all right, motherfucker. And so even though she's just talking about she's going to be super successful and da-da-da-da-da, basically she's going to do the same thing that she did to get over dishwasher. How did Chantel move on from dishwasher? She rebounded with Salah and she ended up in Kuwait for 3 fucking years. That's when Chantel actually thinks for a second that this might really fucking be over. Do you think she's going to take time and heal and be alone and work everything out and learn from the mistakes of her marriage that didn't work and do it right the next time? Bitch, no. What she means is, is that what you want, Salah? Because if that's what you want, you got it, buddy. And she's going to have another one on the hook before the month is over. That's what's going to happen.
Just move on with your life. Just move on. See that?
I'll move
I'll move
on.
on, all right?
Yeah.
I'll move on. Just move on. See that? I'll move on, all right? I'll move on and I'll be so successful and happy.
So can I ask you this, Chantel, a serious, genuine question? Why does your relationship with Salah have to be over in order for you to be successful? Why couldn't you be successful with Salah? Why did it take you and Salah getting a divorce for you to be successful and happy? Do you understand? So what you're saying is that while you were with Salah, that you were unsuccessful and you were not happy, which we knew all that, right? So you're threatening to be successful and happy, things that you weren't obviously with Salah. Just want to make sure that you're listening to yourself again.
And you? What are you doing here? Sorry, guys, I'm looking for something. Give me a minute. Where'd you go? Hey. Come in.
Imagine waiting till you break up or divorce somebody to become successful and happy. Thanks for telling on yourself yet again, Foodie.
Where did my other earring go?
Fibers everywhere.
I don't have earrings. But I bought some earrings yesterday, right, guys? I have that Carrie Underwood song in my head. Remember, I always hated that song. Okay, where are your earrings?
Yeah, you hear her giggling and happy and singing in the background, Alexis. Crazy.
Oh, I hate it.
Because you want to know why it's so easy for Chantel to act this way? Because she doesn't really love Salah. It's literally like losing your favorite purse or your favorite pair of shoes or your favorite necklace, right? That is what Salah was to Chantel. Your favorite, insert your favorite item, okay? You got a favorite, I don't know, pair of AirPods you like, you end up losing them. That is the equivalent of her losing Salah. She just lost her favorite item. That's it. And she's like, it's replaceable. I can just go to the store and buy a new pair of AirPods. No problem. Am I crying about the AirPods that I lost? Yeah, because they cost a lot of money. Now I'm going to have to go buy another pair. Fuck, but that's okay. I'll manage. I'll get over it. Her favorite accessory, exactly. He was a prop, not a husband. Yes.
And I'm just looking for them now. No. Earring.
Savage Vegas Baby says, I believe she rented another car. She isn't taking fucking public transportation. Listen, I want to see Chantel struggling on the bus. I don't know where she would get an extra $800 or how much ever it costs to rent another car, but somebody might be funding that shit. Who knows?
Earring. Where are you? I don't fucking know.
Busties.
Ugh. Like I always lose stuff.
And you know what? Through this era of Chantel, especially being in Syria and having Salah's family present, there's a big takeaway from this as far as how Chantel feels about Syrian people and how she looks down on them and how she's she only what's the right word to use for Salah? Like sexualizes Salah because he's a Middle Eastern man, but outside of that, she doesn't care about the culture. She doesn't care about the religion. She doesn't even fucking care enough about, to be when she lived in Kuwait. Yeah, it's all a fetish to her. She didn't even care enough to even try to learn the language. And as soon as things go wrong, she starts to be like, she's not saying stuff nasty about Salah. She's literally talking about the people that live in that country. Why do they feel the need to have so many kids they can't even financially take care of? Like, that doesn't sound like somebody who literally just spent 3 years and making a life for them in the Middle East. It just doesn't, Chantel. It's given that you're really fucking racist and you just fetish somebody like, you have a fetish for somebody like Salah. Fumo says, normally I would feel bad for anyone going through stuff like that, but with her, it's really satisfying seeing her bad karma finally catching up with her. And we're not even close to seeing the actual outcome of this whole situation. It's just begun. Because please believe at this moment, she's still holding on to hope that she's going to make her way back to Syria. Like at this moment right now in Canada, laying in her bed, probably calling and texting Salah. She has this fantasy in her head that she's going to be back in Syria. That's how insane she is. Thank you for the super chat, hun. Desi's mama says textbook narc who has lost all control and nowhere to turn. Insanity is truly right here. It really is. And it's fascinating to see. Fascinating. Thank you for the super chat, hun. Every relationship is about proving her self-worth.
Maybe it's everything for me. I have no idea. What in the hell happened to my earrings? Which is annoying the hell out of me. Got my charger. I think we're gonna try to go somewhere on the bus to forget life. To forget this life. In this life. Can I ask why? Okay, so yeah, like I was saying, oh, where's my hair ponytail thing? Hold on. I guess my hair was there. Like all of I have hair last night. Maybe they're on the couch.
Not only will her dad not save her, nobody will save her. But she's created that. You know what I mean? Like Smee, it tried to help her, and you see how that backfired on her so bad. Nobody.
Into your hands, let me. Is this? Where's my elastic? Okay.
Goaty Khan, thank you so much for the super sticker, girl. It's so cute. Wrecked. That is Chantel in her kitchen chair. Hopefully, when that happens, we'll be lucky enough to see it. I do think that, listen, once this whole shit with Salah, if it's true, and Salah's got a cousin wife, and the dad has put the kibosh on Salah and Chantel ever being a thing, she's going to have, obviously, an epic meltdown to where she's eventually going to get sick of showing the little Syrian scene in Canada that we're seeing right here on the screen. And we're going to get more of her house. We're going to see the kitchen. We're going to move around. So that's something to look forward to. Okay. Maybe we'd see the box mountain that's there, the filth on the floor. That's what I want to see. I want to see how filthy the fucking apartment is already. Goaty, thank you for the super sticker, hun. Hello, Badissi. I wonder if she uses the puffy pastry juice to make her hair fibers a soul patch down there. I'm sure it's sticky and it will work. That is I think, wow. Speechless again, Badissi. It's dry down there. As the Sahara Desert, it is dry. And not only is it dry, it's red and it's itchy. So there's that. You had that one coming. Thank you for the support, hon.
Hi.
Salty Blonde says the DeVito poking out above the video square is hilarious. Dude, it was Saturday when we did that stream and her eyes were peeking over. I think it was Damn You Kids pointed that shit out. That was so funny. But yeah, you're right. Look at the bald head at the very top. Fucking dead. Thank you for the super chat, hun. It's dry and musty.
I need a hair elastic, but don't have one. I don't know what I expect from Salah. How about acting like we were married for 3 years? How about some respect and dignity? How about that? Wouldn't that?
Psycho. This is where a restraining order would have came in if Salah was in the same country as you, because this person, you and him have divorced according to you, and you still want him to be in communication with you. That is psychotic. You would at that point, Salah would be granted a restraining order, just so you know, because your ex-husband, Chantel, owes you nothing. When you divorce people, when you're at the point of divorce, normally you don't want anything to do with said person. You don't want to talk to them. You don't want to speak to them. You want to move on and you want to get over it.
That'd be nice. How about what I expect from Salah? How about acting like we were married for 3 years? How about some respect and dignity? How about that?
I can't wait till she has a fucking meltdown where she tells us all the money that she spent on Salah and he won't even accept her calls.
That'd be nice.
I don't know about you guys, but that's what I'm really waiting for.
Would be nice. I'm taking the cat's brush. It's smaller. Trade ya.
There you go. She just traded brushes. Hold on. Listen.
Wouldn't that be nice?
This motherfucker just said something about somebody having dignity. Meanwhile, she immediately starts brushing her. There ain't never been a fucking time in my life where I ever looked at the cat's brush and thought, let me brush my hair with that brush. I've never seen this before. Never.
Would be nice. I'm taking the cat's brush. It's smaller. Trade ya. He doesn't he'll message me a bit and then it will be several hours and then they'll message me. So, but not really answer anything I'm saying, you know?
Oh, we're there. I want you all to know that we are there, Joanna. The rage is there. She just can't let it go yet. In case she knows. Chantel knows what we know. What do we know, ladies and gentlemen? I'm going to repeat myself again. It's fine. Payday is in 4 days. 4 days. So hold on. Let me open my phone here. Take a look. Let me take a look at my calendar. Hold on just a second. Friday. Okay, so there's always been rumors that Canadians get paid after us. So Monday, let's just go with the 24th. If Salah has not fully committed to her by the 24th of November, by a week from today, the top is going to blow, okay? The rage is there. She knows everything that she wants to say. She knows all of Salah's dirty secrets. And it's all, if he doesn't extend an invitation back to Syria in 7 fucking days, It's going to be lit in Girl World, okay? Just in time for the Thanksgiving festivities. Be prepared, okay? Have your eggnog, your deviled eggs, your turkey legs. We are going to be good to go. But let me tell you something, Salah, you dirty fuck. If you even dream of extending, as funny as I think it would be for Chantel to go to Syria, let us at least get a good rage. Make her wait at least a month. Please give us this. We are owed it. Missing Mimic says she used the hijab 2 weeks ago to try to get him to accept her again, and he told her now she doesn't need to wear it. Denied. Manipulation, bees. You're so right about that, Missing Mimic. Didn't work then, doesn't work now, because the only thing that's going to work is money. And we might be at a point to where the family has stepped in and not even a good AdSense paycheck can get you back to Syria. That's why you're so tore up. I can't wait for it. Missing Mimic, thank you so much for the support, hun. Goaty Khan, thank you so much for the super sticker, girl. Epic fail. Exactly. Nice try, Chantel. Now give us what we're all waiting for. I'm telling you, that rage, we'll have a baby rage here or there, but by Monday, a week from today, if Salah has not extended for Chantel to come back to Syria, it's going to be bad. It's going to be really bad. MEP says she's trying to extend the lease a cupcake. Your lease is over, Chantel. Vacate the fucking premises now. Denied, bitch. MEP, thank you for the super chat.
And like, if you ever love somebody, like, how do you like to see them like this?
Okay, hold on. Let's do a poll. Let's do a poll really quick. Will Salah renew? That was so funny. The lease. It's a very simple yes or no, okay? You should have did rent to own, Chantel. Buttercrumpet says, when you can't buy your way back into a war-torn country with mass poverty, out, cutie. Damn, Buttercrumpet, that was a good one. I wish I could find it to put it on the freaking board. Holy shit, Langley. Thank you so much for gifting 20 the YouTube Underground memberships. Let me see if I can get them out. Mrs. B, Ghost, Colleen, Just a Karen, Nothing But Love, Paulina, Raven, 31 Frames, Love My Ferals, Piddles the Piggles, Stephanie, I Will Die for the Truth, Katie, Naman Roodles, Satchels of Gold. Hey, Satchels of Gold, good to see you. NPC number 1. Hey, I remember my kids used to call me NPC. I never knew what that meant until them. Bubbles, and who else? Mash with, is it Mish? Shelly, Pagan RN. Dang, Langley, thank you so much, girl. I appreciate you. A word from our sponsor.
Don't watch the clock. Do what it does. Keep going.
Yeah, that's a new one. Don't watch the clock. Do what it does and keep going. That is some motivation for you. Langley, thank you so much, girl.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Langley says, don't forget to use your custom emojis in the chat. What do we got? What's a good one for right now? Tammy, fucking legendary. We got Jack. Oh, look at Jackson. I love him so much. This is me and the cutie, the rosy one. Oh, all these are great. Salah emojis in chat, ladies and gentlemen. Salah emojis in chat, please. Salah emojis if you think the lease has been terminated. Only put a Salah emoji in chat if you think the lease has been terminated.
Yeah, I do feel like I deserve better. Like, I feel like, okay.
Why? Really, honestly, Salah is a fucking scammer, Chantel. More than likely, he thought he was going to get to Canada. And he was like, well, so what? You know, at least I don't have to go to work every day, so she's worth it. But even, and he likes shit. He likes to play in shit. He has all these fucking crazy fetishes or whatever. But I still think you don't even deserve better than him. He's better than you. He's too good for you, Chantel. So you make your case for why you think that you deserve better. Please tell us.
Yeah, I do feel like I deserve better. Like, I feel like, okay, I've said some pretty hurtful things to him when we fought. But he's not an angel. He likewise. You think I just say those things for no reason? Like,
That's her reminding us that she's got plenty to say when Salah does not tell her to come back to Syria. Take it back.
or better. Like, I feel like, okay, I've said some pretty hurtful things to him when we fought. But he's not an angel. He likewise. You think I just say those things for no reason? Like, yeah, right, Tiny. I mean, anyways, one day I'm gonna have my shit together. Anyways,
Yuck.
one day I'm gonna have my shit together, and all of the crummy people who I wasn't good enough for when I was at my worst, you can eat crap when I'm at my best.
Yeah, okay.
That never happens, and you can say dodged a bullet, but whatever.
Brunette, she just dolled herself up. Okay, it's hair fibers, and you know what? Hey, look, listen. I ain't mad at it. Brunette, good to see you, and thank you for the support, hun.
Hold on. No, I wasn't texting him. And like, yeah, I would say a lot of the time women, they do end up getting called nuts. Like, oh, she's messaging him. Well, if they weren't such inconsiderate pricks and cared about your feelings, then maybe we wouldn't have to look insane, you know? Like, whatever.
You should really just speak for yourself, bro. Because this is some next level shit. Okay. Yeah. There's not a lot of women out there that you can relate to whatsoever. So you should not compare yourself to women and crazy. This is like next level, cutie. Desi's mama says her love was real and his never was. She should accept that. I can't even, maybe she might have, I think she loved the thought of Salah, but I don't think that she ever fell in love with Salah. I think she fell in love with Dishwasher, but maybe, possibly. Thank you for the support, hon.
I'm not going down that road. I don't send money. You need no man for happiness.
Yes, you do. It's Chantel, you do. Stop denying it.
I don't send money. You need no man for happiness.
You were learning nothing, Chantel. History will repeat itself.
Happiness. I wish. No, you don't need a man for happiness. You don't. But it's no secret, or else nobody would be with anyone, that being in love is a good thing. But I don't know why I was dumb and thought that none of this, there's always time, Mercutio. All of this could be done without any transition period. I thought I would just be here like, yay, celebrate good times, come on. Because like when I was in Syria, yeah, I did feel that way. I did feel kind of like, I can't wait to get out of here. But at the same time, like it felt homey too, right?
None of this makes sense to anybody. Like nobody can understand this. Nobody understands because it doesn't make sense. And you have to be insane to do what you just did and then immediately want to go back. No, it just doesn't make any sense, Chantal. Like you actually signed divorce papers, got a new apartment, got a lease. Like I could go on and on and on and on and on and on and on. But dude, you're going to have to accept professional help. Or like I said, it's just going to continue to get worse, which is what's going to happen because she's not going to accept help. Bertha Boyle says, I don't think she's capable of feeling real love. No, she's one of those people who, if they found like a good partner, it wouldn't be exciting. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it would be what they would consider boring and she would make sure to sabotage that relationship. She's that kind of person. Bertha, thank you for the support, hun. MEP says she bought an enabler and called it love. Yes, MEP, somebody that was willing to set by. Even though Salah did encourage Chantel to get to be somewhat healthy, he did enable Chantel. He did order her food and gave in to her demands of food whenever, because she's abusive, and who wants to tolerate that? It's crazy. MEP, thank you for the support. Shelly Ray, thank you so much for gifting 10 the YouTube Underground memberships. Monroe, Goldie Con, Number One Blue-Eyed Princess, Clown Trash, Callie, Salva, Mercio, you got yourself a membership, girl. Rach, hey Rach, I didn't even know you were here, girl. Cutie Gamer Cat, Rosie's Creamy Fupa Foes, I'm dead. Welcome, new members. A word from our sponsor.
If you stumble, make it part of the dance.
Hell yeah, Pickle, that's right. If you stumble, make it part of the dance. Well, I didn't say it like he did, but close enough. Please make sure you use your custom emojis in chat. And if you believe that the lease has expired, please drop a Salah emoji in chat. Shelly Ray, thank you so much, girl.
So it's just weird at first. So different. But, you know, the more he is like this, the more angry I get. So maybe that's a good thing. Yeah.
Keep doing it, Salah. Keep going.
We both came to this agreement. I know. But then when it comes time to actually happening, it's just really sad. Am I going to find better than him? No. I mean, my whole perception that there's a fairy tale romance is dead. Like, romance is dead. There's no such thing. I had some pretty bad meltdowns there. My mental health was bad, but
there you go. And you want to know why his family is stepping in to make sure that you do not come back to Syria? You just said it. Why the fuck would you go to Syria and have these mental meltdowns in front of his family and think that that shit was going to be okay? And think that everybody there was just going to be like, oh, she's just not right in the head and she just needs her brain pills. Girl, you did this shit to yourself.
I had some pretty bad meltdowns there. My mental health was bad, but
it's hard for me to believe, but again, this is Chantel. I can't imagine acting this way in front of these people and then just willing to go back like it never happened, because that's what she would do. And especially after you've got online and you've trashed these. So you trash these people, not just like in the privacy of your own home and maybe you were talking to somebody and somebody. No, you went online and literally told thousands of people what you thought of his family. And then now you're admitting that you had all these pretty bad meltdowns. More than likely his family and friends seen some of those. Like, dude, again, don't question why this is happening or why his family is finally stepping in. Imagine how much worse she would be if she was hot, though, girl. I can't even fucking fathom it. No, imagine how bad things would be if Chantel could have kids. That's the fucking kicker. That will turn it up a notch. If Chantel was able to actually produce children and have children with Salah, imagine how fucking crazy things would be. Thank you for the super chat, hun.
I'm not used to that environment. And even though, because I loved him, I went there. And I don't think too many people can say that they can live there. Even him, sometimes he doesn't know if he can live there. So I cannot give you an answer right now because I want to see in a few months' time. I hate seeing you.
You can live in a place like Syria because you don't appreciate what you have. Like it literally is bare minimum for you. You don't appreciate a hot shower. You don't appreciate a clean bed. You don't appreciate a clean house. You don't appreciate your own family being around. You don't appreciate, as long as you have like slop, pig slop, it doesn't have to be anything specific, pita bread, bare minimum as far as just slop in general. Anything, throw it together as long as you can consume calories. That's all you care about. You don't fucking care.
You high and, you know, you
And she doesn't appreciate freedom. Exactly. Hey, Jeff.
were almost nude on camera one day. And it's easy for people to say, let him go. I know there's only so much you guys can say or feel not being in that situation. It's like so different when you're in it. So how is he leaving me on for money? I'm not giving him a penny. That's your fault if you don't believe that. I don't know what to tell you.
You know we're not talking about right this very moment. You see how she's playing games? Chantel, don't sit there and act like you haven't given this man all of your money up until this point. Why are you playing games? You are making it out like these people are talking about sending Salah money right at this very moment. Listen to how she says that. And she said it earlier too.
Not being in that situation. It's like so different when you're in it. So how is he leaving me on for money? I'm not giving him a penny. That's your fault if you don't believe that. I don't know what to tell you.
See? Come on. Stop it, Chantal. You know what people are saying.
He knew what I was like before I went to Kuwait. Was he just hoping I would change? And I feel like I did. If you're telling me that even in Kuwait when I was raging, that is still foodie beauty, calm down. The last 3 years was my life, calm down. You know? Yeah, sitting and crying and thinking about Salah is something I feel like is normal when you divorce, if you were sincere and love the person. If he's not, it's because he's too busy right now. And that's what I mean. His dad was smart. He knew when to swoop in right after I left, because when you're alone and you've just gone through a divorce, you're so vulnerable and weak. And he probably thought, oh, you know.
She really thinks she did a number on Salah. This is fucking hilarious. Salah's weak and he's vulnerable right now because Foodie Beauty left him.
Because he was really sad that night.
I see you. I love you the most.
Before his dad came. It's like the house is like there's no light inside of it without you. How do you go from that to what in 3 days? I am high in that, I know, but like he has bad habits too. I'm not going to air them, but he has bad things about him.
Ooh, what do you guys think that Salah's bad habits are? That she says that she's not going to air right now. Can we tap, tappity, tap, tap?
Before his dad came.
What are Salah's bad habits? He has bad habits too. I mean, I'm not going to air them.
It's like the house is like there's no light inside of it without you. How do you go from that to what in 3 days? I am high in that, I know, but like he has bad habits too. I'm not going to air them, but he has bad things about him.
Love you the most. You are not blocked, hun. You are here. I see you. Hello, hello.
And I would quit. I would have like I want to quit, but it's like being here alone. It's so hard that like I just feel like the THC just like helps me. It masks anything, even though I know it's not helping in the long run. Yeah.
That was so funny. I think so too on Wash Fupa. He eats shit and smokes crack.
But anyway. I'm mad at how he's handling it now. I'm just in disbelief. Because you're disillusioned after spending 3 years with someone and you think they're a certain way. And they're not. And you have to be pure evil. I don't care what anyone says. To really, really have loved someone, apparently, for 3 years. To just see them suffering and just like, whatever, my daddy's here. Like, And why wouldn't he truly love me? Because I'm fat? I'm a mess? So what? People can still love each other.
You know that's not worth it. Listen, we're already over schedule here, Chantel. I could go on, and I'm gonna let it go. But trust me, we could go on and on.
Yeah, whatever. So that's it. It's just I'm just so pissed off in a lot of ways. Because like the grief
No, that's the funniest part of it, is that Foodie believes, at least she's pretending to believe, that's what Salah said. And what Salah told Chantel is that he doesn't want to be in a relationship at all whatsoever. So to that, I say, Chantel, even when he was married to you, he was trying to be in relationships with other women. So why would you believe that he wants to be single forever or be single for at least a year? She has said both of those things. This man was wifed up, right? And still looking to be in relationships with other people. But you're telling me now that you're gone and he has freedom, he's going to be single? Okay.
turns to anger, right? Oh well. Hey, Teardrop. I don't even think he looks at his channel comments much. I said that. I'm like, you let people just talk shit about me in your comments. Show me one. There's like several. I don't care. I don't even go look. I don't give a shit.
Dude, Salah even reads your comments. Oh my God. Oh my God. I feel like you're trolling at this point. If people are saying anything on Salah's channel, I think as much as Chantel patrols her chat and her channel and her comment section, I think Salah does it more than her. He sees everything that's said on his channel. He sees everything that's said on her channel. He sees everything that's said on community tab post, the couple's channel. He's checking it all. Bullshit. And you believe that.
He's not gonna. I know he'll never be the type to just go lick the arses of haters for some quick clout and attention. He's not desperate like Amberlynn's family member.
Oof. Okay. I think if he gets desperate enough and he needs a payday and he can receive that money wherever he is, he'll start talking.
You never know, but Teardrop is loyal. I know. Him wanting you to call him healthy and not disrespecting yourself is him loving you. Maybe. He is more responsible than me, which must be hard for somebody like that.
Okay, let's end the poll. We got over 1,000 votes. Will Salah renew the lease? 83% say no and 17% say yes. I told you all, day to day, my mind changes, okay? With hearing the story about Salah's dad and how Salah's dad came in immediately after Chantel left, I'm leaning towards no. And the only reason I'm leaning towards no is because his family has completely stopped this shit from continuing. If Salah could do it and get away with it and not have his family interfere, I believe 1,000,000% he would have Chantel back in Syria. But I think his family's putting a stop to it. So we'll see what happens.
I just want to I don't know. You seem too fake. Work on yourself. Work on yourself. Work on yourself. I guess I don't have a choice. Why don't I want him? I don't know. I'm not motivated to do anything.
You
You're right. You're right. Let's see what's happening. Let's see where we're at in 7 days. Damn. 7 days is like forever in girl world time. Oh God. I don't know if I'll be able to make it. What are we going to do in the meantime?
I know I have everything I wanted right now. Not happy. Do a glow up. You dodged a bullet. That's all what his family's probably saying to him. You dodged a bullet. Who's the guarantee that he marries someone who's not crazier? It can happen. I might have been not very modest for most of my life, but anyway.
But I'm a catch. I gave him all kinds of YouTube money. Anyway.
Let's scream as loud in the mountain bees. That's why I said probably ladybugs. I don't know if you, heard that word. It's hard to find someone crazier than you. I didn't say he was responsible for my happiness. Not once. What I said was, it's unbelievable to me that somebody can just be your whole everything. He wants you to fund his. I'm not giving him any money. He's not asking me for a cent. For real. So
real, I swear.
It's not going to happen. Show you a fake smile. Ask Pete to be cameraman, but he acts when he travels. He didn't lie about medals. He has them. But I mean, why wouldn't you want that? Like, we could have had that life. Like, I feel like he just lost the want to do any YouTube along the way. Like, screw this crap, you know?
I mean, I was listening to her say this yesterday, and the way I remember this happening, it wasn't Salah that lost the want to do any videos. Number one, the Cabela shit happened. And either she cut him off of being on YouTube, or he didn't want to come on because he was humiliated and embarrassed. That whole situation happened. And then when she finally brought him on camera, it was always too hot. Remember when they did like 1 or 2 vlogs and Chantel would go and sit in the car and Salah would do all the camera work and filming everywhere? Once Salah was allowed to come back on and do vlogs on your channel, you're the one who lost the want and will to do content. That wasn't him. Like you said, it was always his dream to vlog and have a YouTube channel or whatever. You didn't want to leave the house because you fat, hot, want to just sit home and eat. That was all on you. That wasn't him. The only reason that it had that big gap was because of the Cabela situation. And then when that shit was all done and everything in season 3 or whatever, you didn't want to go out because it was too hot. It was always too hot. And you started doing mukbangs and just live streams. Bro, that was you. That wasn't him. That was you. I remember.
It's like, who cares about the haters at the end of the day and your reputation? Who gives a shit? Honestly, who cares? Like, it's the internet. Like, you know, we could have made more money doing couples videos. It wasn't like we weren't rich, but who knows? If we kept working at it. It's like, it makes more sense to do that than to worry about what you're going to do in Syria.
You haven't done couples content. Does anybody know? When's the last time they did a couples video on the couples channel? It's been forever. It's been a long time. You weren't putting any effort into doing couples content. Is this part of it? Is this how you get Salah back? Is about telling him, oh, we'll do couples content. I'll come out of the house and I won't talk about my bad knees and my bad hip and how hungry I am. And I'll really go do couples content with you, Salah. This is part of the cycle, Chantel. This is part of the cycle. You can't walk. Foodie Scooty in Walmart, the battery going dead. What are you going to do as far as couples content? You got bad knees. You got diabetes. You got all these issues.
I don't know.
You're actually trying to promise this to this person to get yourself back in Syria and then be like, fooled ya, psych. God.
At the end of the day and your reputation, who gives a shit? Honestly, who cares? Like, it's the internet. Like, you know, we could have made more money doing couples videos. It wasn't like we weren't rich, but who knows? If we kept working at it. It's like, it makes more sense to do that than to worry about what you're going to do in Syria. I don't know.
Oh, see? Did you hear that part? If Salah had income coming in right now, if Chantel wasn't financially supporting him, she would have never said this. She just said now that she's not there and they're not doing content and they're not doing couples content, then he has to figure out how he's going to make money in Syria. She just fucking said it.
We could have made more money doing couples videos. It wasn't like we weren't rich, but who knows? We kept working at it. It's like it makes more sense to do that than to worry about what you're going to do in Syria.
She just said it. She just said they were making the money on YouTube. That's how they were making a living in Syria. There was no other plan outside of that. Now he has to figure out how he's going to make money because Chantel is not there. She just said it.
The haters at the end of the day and your reputation. Who gives a shit? Honestly, who cares? Like, it's the internet. Like, you know, we could have made more money doing couples videos. It wasn't like we weren't rich, but who knows? We kept working at it. It's like it makes more sense to do that than to worry about what you're going to do in Syria. I don't know. Like, whatever. We need.
You think your life will be so much better struggling here with 500 kids and no money? Okay, good luck.
So are there any naysayers in the chat? Is anybody a naysayer? Does anybody believe that Salah makes income outside of Chantel? I mean, she's told us out of her own mouth more than once. This is the second time that she has told us that she financially supports Salah. This is why Salah wants you around, Chantel, is because of your money, and you're admitting that you know that. Again,
You think your life will be so much better struggling here with 500 kids and no money? Okay, good luck.
so tell us again about not paying for this relationship. Go ahead.
need to reinvigorate. Pete's is not a good traveler, but that's one thing I did like doing in. No, I didn't get him in legal trouble. The haters were trying to get us in legal trouble. I wasn't in danger in Syria, not really. He didn't want that. I know. Right, Christina?
I don't see her live. She doesn't understand him valuing reputation because she doesn't find value in it. Exactly. Like sometimes someone who doesn't find value in religion would think the people who do are dumb. I agree with that. But I also question if Salah actually values his reputation because he's been toting this motherfucker around for 3 years. I think he does more than Chantel. I can agree with that. But I don't think that he necessarily really fucking cares what people think about him because, again, he's been toting around Chantel for 3 years, introducing her to his family, to his friends, because he's a fucking bum. So, yeah, again, maybe more than her, but not much. Not much. Thank you for the support, hun. Yeah, for sure. Melly says cheating was a bad habit of his, for sure. Thank you for being a member.
He knew exactly who I was. It's a generational thing, historic. Pete isn't an inspirational, but he's always there when I need him. As like a friend, you know? And like Salah would get so mad when I would compliment Pete about anything friendship-wise. It's like, well, who's here for me now? Not you. You're not here for me. You're literally not even fucking thinking about me right now. Like, I aged a few years. Did you, Teardrop? Thanks, Miss Lily Blackdale. Don't know what I'm going to do yet today. Who you were ended up not who he wanted. He went into this with good intentions. He did not. I mean, he's saying that the reason we've grown apart.
Well, Seattle Sapphire, to be fair, we've already experienced that with dishwashers, so we know what to expect. But this will make it different considering Chantel's older. Her health is, I think she's got a lot of issues there. And she's significantly bigger. And to add another thing to that is that she is not in a position to go off to Cuba and, you know, like blow a bunch of money. She's in a race now, right? With her YouTube content and being able to pay bills and being able to, you know, just to have a life in Canada. Like she should be doing streams whenever she possibly can. And she only went live once yesterday. Like she's really cut back on the content. I don't know, maybe in her funkled brain, listen, maybe she has it figured out in her funkled brain that if she doesn't have enough money to pay rent and she goes to Salah and says, I can't afford to live in Canada. I didn't even make enough to pay rent. looks like I'm going to have to come to Syria and stay with you. Like, if like something like that, yes. I really honestly could see Chantel, and I said this the other day, going to Syria when she hasn't even been invited and trying to stay at a hotel or something. I really can see her doing that. We'll have to see. Thank you for the super chat, hon.
Part is our fighting was really bad lately. But it seems like an excuse. I don't know. Whatever. Whatever. It is what it is. Another day, another marriage down. Whatever. The only thing I really wish I could get is Julia, which maybe at some point. I don't know. The bots are back. Mine says growing apart from. I don't have the DD wig. Wasn't worth the pain. Thank you guys for trying to cheer me up. Bots are beezing. Juice is Sasa's toy. No. And I miss Sasa. I didn't say it was all on Salah. I'm not blaming him. It's the way he's acting now is weird. That's all.
Because she's psychotic. She's psychotic.
It makes me feel like yes, like he was. It's like with the divorce papers behind my back. I feel like this is all intricately detailed and talked about with his family, and it's like, no, dude. I don't know how the women do that, man. With all the family, every single family member up their ass and around the corner. Like, what the fuck? I would go nuts, man. NUTS.
And these are the people you're talking about missing, Chantel? The ones that you're talking about right here on your YouTube channel? Okay, girl. Amanda says, I'm catching up on the live, but holy Christ, this creature really looks like Uncle Fester, like from the 90s versions of the Addams Family. She really does. Amanda, thank you for the super chat, girl, and good to see you.
I'm sorry, but hold on. I don't know. It's like I had to tell them about it because they have to be witnesses. Well, he lets his family choose the way he lives his life. Yep. I understand them just like wanting good for him, but at the same time, like I wasn't like the most pious, like modest, devout. You know, I said fuck all the time and swore a lot. And
you got him kicked out of Kuwait. You were having mental health breakdowns in front of the family. You were accusing their family of wanting to murder you. What are you talking about? What does this have to do with you saying fuck on your channel? Like, you're saying everything but the actual problem. Like, whatever, Chantel. That's right, Dastardly. Keep sauce out of your dirty, filthy, rotten mouth, Chantel. Thank you for the super chat, hun.
Which is not good for women to do. In their culture, it's bots live.
That was her mocking. In their culture.
My finger's always in my mouth. Do you guys think that's suspicious? Like, I think that's weird. His father flying in right away. A few days before I was to travel, so I was like, I'm going to go in the Madofa. I'm going to talk to my father on video, which he did sometimes. Came back. Oh, my father's thinking of coming to Syria at some point. I thought this would be like in the future. Nope. As they say in Arabic, ala tul, right away, as soon as I'm out of there. So either I'm like, are you getting remarried? But like, wouldn't he just tell me that? Like, why hide that from me? If I'm not giving him anything, like, what's the purpose? It's very sus.
Well, as we said, if it's not about money, then it's about what you're going to tell that you know about Salah on your YouTube channel. Which Salah, just to let you know, it's coming regardless. Unless you let the 600-pound beast back in the door, it's coming regardless, bud.
And it was like right away. Why wouldn't he tell me that? What does it matter? Like, just tell me you're getting married. You don't want to. Why did he doesn't care about my feelings? If he cared about my feelings, he wouldn't be doing what he's doing. Poop on beds and vomit. Okay, I didn't purposely poop on the bed. So you're telling me that Arab Muslims don't get sick?
We all get sick, but you shit and puked all over his house. And you left it and you covered it with towels and ugh. Look at her. She's like, I can't believe this.
Like, I caught a flu from the food poisoning from there. It's not my fault.
Oh, she's about to blame the food in Syria for being sick.
Like I was laying in bed one day and thought, oh, I'd like to shit the bed today.
Your food wasn't so rotten, Syria. Maybe I wouldn't have got sick.
Yeah, I'm wearing my new shoes. Backup? You think so? If not getting married, maybe his father's trying to get him back to Kuwait and let the family live in the Syria. Oh, get him back to Kuwait. Amber Heard moment. Even people hot like Amber Heard shit the bed, whatever happens. But it's not like you plan it. Like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. One time I ate too many Cheerios and had an accident. He wanted you to still pay for things. Well, it's not happening, so it can't be that. That's okay, Stella. I'm not that.
Cutie, see how she just she doesn't want to hear it. She is not even willing to entertain anything to do with money. Nothing. Alexis says that definitely didn't also happen in Thailand. Yeah. Did you shit yourself in Thailand? And now you did that on camera. And then when you did it in Syria, you came online and you told everybody about it. And then you told everybody how you put diarrhea in the freezer. Like, who would want their kid to be with you? How is this so hard for you to understand? And I know exactly why Salah's family is stepping in. I'm wondering why they didn't step in a long time ago. What took them so long is what I'm wondering. That's my question. What took so long? We know why.
That dumb. I know that.
Thank you for being a member, Alexis.
Views from bots don't make up a pay raise. I know. He's weak and passive aggressive and always puts it all on you instead of being real. That's not someone to pine over. Yeah. He's changed since Syria. I'm sorry, but like you moved there and then one day we're like, oh, I like my traditional values. Okay, good.
If I had to leave a place like Kuwait and go to a place like Syria, I'm sure anybody would change. Are you kidding me? Especially if I had to go there because of somebody else and their actions. Who wouldn't change?
For you, what about me? Like, I'm just shit now? Like, yeah, families that are super supportive, maybe a little too much. Where places where it could do more harm than good. My husband pooped on the floor because he couldn't make it to the bathroom, and that's life. Yep. I dated someone 10 years younger and never again. Never, especially the male. No. Yeah. A man at 30, starting their life. A woman at 40, kind of coming towards the end, at least like fertility.
None of this makes sense. A 30-year-old man you believe is just getting started in life. Again, you know nothing about what actual life is like. Are you serious? And a woman in their 40s, they're towards the end of their life, and notice how she kind of stopped herself and she's like, well, I mean, as far as fertility is concerned, get out of here. Chantel, shut up. You don't know anything about anything. MEP says Foodie Beauty summed up. Cuda, crotch, and C. diff. MEP, thank you for the super chat, hon. Right, Deb? Speak for yourself, okay?
And family making and all that shit. Very big difference. And no, good. My husband pooped on the floor.
You would think that Salah was like a 23-year-old dude. Seriously. And you would think that Chantel was like a 73-year-old woman.
He couldn't make it to the bathroom, and that's life. Yep. I dated someone 10 years younger and never again. Never, especially the male. No. Yeah. A man at 30, starting their life. A woman at 40, kind of coming towards the end, at least like fertility and family making and all that shit. Very big difference. And no, it's not a problem. Yeah, we're fucking right. Yeah. I didn't mind the whole patriarchy thing for a while because I felt like I was taken care of. Like I said, in Kuwait, you go into an elevator Some buildings, most government buildings, they have their own separate elevators for women. I always felt protected in a lot of ways from Salah, you know? So that's like, he was always seemed very caring. And like maybe someone said, maybe he does care, but just doesn't want to be in it anymore, which is fine. I wish he would just come out and say that, you know?
Well, again, you're psychotic, so he can't.
Just say it. Traditional? No. He was at the bottom of the food chain. Yeah, because people in Kuwait marry into money, or are born into money. That's why. It's not his fault. He was bottom. Actually, he wasn't bottom of the barrel. He had a job. He had a car. He made money. He could only do what he was limited by the country to do. So I don't know how that's an insult. Anyway.
Exactly. She's a placeholder. Amanda, thank you for being a member for 7 months. You're a placeholder until cousin wife got there, and she's there. Sounds like to me they're married.
Whatever. Yeah, I think Sadie said it right. That's what I need to do. I know. But all cheating, get bangs, I know, look at my hair. All cheating stuff, we got all past all that crap. And I decided to stay and move on. And, you know, I would bring it up all the time. And he was so fed up with it. That's another major thing he didn't like. Drove him nuts. Just chatting with people. You mean setting up the dating apps just for friends? Yeah, right. You never got over it if you kept bringing it up. Yeah. Hey, Cowpat. And instead of like understanding that and being sensitive to those feelings. Yeah. Hannah. No, I don't think I'll ever wear red dresses and show my boobs. And there's definitely a part of me that's changed since the past 3 years. And
dear God, Chantel. Little Busted Girl says the rage video we will get from her soon will be epic. It's gonna happen. Listen, unless there's a miracle, okay, and she does get back to Syria, or maybe her and Salah meet up somewhere like Thailand. Like, dude, you really never know. I really don't think that's gonna happen after the video that she put out yesterday, but you don't know. Salah seems just as desperate, if you will, as Chantel. And again, if it wasn't for Salah's family interfering, I don't think Salah would have moved on from this. I think he's all in for different reasons. As people think, some people think he's still holding on for Canadian citizenship. Maybe YouTube money, maybe YouTube infamy, whatever, maybe. I don't know. But I think that it's over as far as any of that goes because of his family. But we'll see. I can't wait for the Christmas rage. I think it's going to be a Thanksgiving rage. I think it's going to be a Thanksgiving one. Thank you for the support, hon.
that's why it's harder also. If I was just gone for 3 weeks and I came right back to the villa, I'd probably still have the same mindset. But you don't experience 3 lives of a different culture, 3 years of a different culture, different way of life to just forget everything. And just be like, hey, there we go, I'm back. That's what I thought would happen. No, he never, he didn't have sex with anybody, but I think there's.
How do you know that? How can you even say that? This dude went out on a date behind your back and you don't think that he had sex with the person? That's what you want to believe. You're choosing to believe that. So you feel okay forgiving him for what he did because you're saying, well, it wasn't sexual. Foodie, since you didn't understand my super chat and we all know you're watching right now, what I meant is now that he's in Syria, he has access to more and better options for partners than you now. That one's going to sting. Thank you for the super chat, hon. I appreciate you. Yeah, she'll go just to visit Julia. I want to listen to this part about her talking about them having sex. Wrexham says, but he's not a marriage scammer.
He's not a marriage scammer.
Oh, I think he is, ma'am. Maybe not with cousin wife, but he was with you. Wrexham, thank you for the support, hun. Let me tap this back.
But you don't experience 3 lives of a different culture, 3 years of a different culture, different way of life to just forget everything. And just be like, hey, there we go. I'm back. That's what I thought would happen. No, he never, he didn't like have sex with anybody, but I think there's different forms of cheating.
How do you know that he didn't have sex with anybody? Like what?
Thank you, Christina. We didn't know anything about each other when we got married. That I know of, yeah. Okay, guys, I'm going to go for now. I'm going to figure out what to do and hopefully pop up and do something entertaining for you guys.
Spoiler, she doesn't come back.
He went to lunch, but like the amount of time he was gone and the amount of time he drove, I calculated it. I don't think there would have been time for any peen connection.
She thinks that there was not enough time for what did she call it pink connection? I mean, hey, if that makes you feel better, you know, if that green lights you to forgive him because you've calculated time. All right. Then there you have it. There was not enough time. Peen connection. I thought she said pink connection.
I wasn't like, I know what time I did. He went to lunch, but like the amount of time he was gone and the amount of time he drove, I calculated it. I don't think there would have been time for any peen connection. I wasn't like, I know what time I dozed off and woke up. It wasn't like a big sleep. So, and it looked more like a friendly distance kind of hug, not like a loving. It looked friendshipy, but maybe not. Yeah, that really pissed me off. But we got over that.
Who do you think? Here's the kicker. Who do you think paid for that meal for Salah to go out with this other woman? Who paid for it? Salah paid for it, right? But where does Salah's money come from? He hasn't had a job in years. Chantel had Salah quit his job when she got to Kuwait so they could do couples content. They weren't making shit off of couples content. So when Salah went out to dinner with this other woman, Salah paid for it and used Chantel's money to pay for this dinner with this other woman who Foodie has convinced herself there was not enough time for Salah to have peen connection with this woman. She's insane. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Hold on. Wrong button. Let me share the screen. Okay, if you have not entered to win on today's giveaway, it's probably too late for you because I've already got the website pulled up. You'll have to wait and try again tomorrow. We're doing one giveaway today for a support. Listen, this is going to look something like this. It might not. Look at the look. Spoiler. Look at this. Isn't this fucking great? It'll look something like this. Not exactly like it. Look, there's a tree of support pickles with the Canadian star on top. It says, rocking around my emotional support pickle. And then the support pickle is fat. And it has a support group hoodie on it. It is fucking epic, isn't it? Don't you love it? So this is what you were going to win if you left a comment on yesterday's stream. But if you want to win it tomorrow, leave a comment on today's stream after we ended, okay? Oh, shit. Hold on. If we can trust in something on this world, it's definitely Chantel's. Yes, exactly. Marcio, thank you so much for your support. I know I get your name wrong every time, but I'm going to get it right eventually, okay? It is adorable. I love it so much. So, with that being said, let's pick today's winners. Brandy, did you win? Was it the Saturday stream you won from? This is going to be one of your cups. I've changed the design a little bit for the newer winners because I wanted to add something different in, but this one's still a fucking banger. You're going to love it. Okay, today's winner is going to be dun 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 dun. Curo something B-A-R-A Alice. Something Alice. Alice says, I'm in a pickle. Well, Alice, congratulations to you. You are today's winner. Make sure you email me at tunderground2323@gmail.com. Thank you for your participation. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, leave a comment after the stream is over for your chance to win. Fucker, this cup. Close enough, okay? Goaty says, for running my mouth in chat, happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you too, hon. And thank you so much for the support. Thank you all so much for being here today. Showing up, showing out, as per always. Fucking banger of a stream. Let me get this off the screen. There we go. Look at that thumbnail, would you? Man, that's probably got to be one of my freaking favorites. It's amazing. Love it so much. Love you assholes so much. See you same time, same place. Right? Yeah, tomorrow. All right. Bye, guys.
Not a marriage scammer. You think your life will be so much better struggling here with 500 kids and no money? Okay, good luck.